The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Concussions. They're a concern for parents of athletes in any sport. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine is leading the way with the area's first concussion clinic. Our integrated sports medicine team utilizes an innovative, evidence-based approach to manage athletic-related head injuries in those 14 and older, providing comprehensive care to get the athlete you love safely back in play. To schedule an appointment, call Parkview Sports Medicine at 266-4007. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education, but also the experience.
Parkview Sports Medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics. It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana and beyond. Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SummitCitySports.com. We've got a good one for you here tonight in high school football in the Summit Athletic Conference as the Snider Panthers will host the Concordia Cadets in the game of matchup of teams that are 1-1, coming off of Concordia coming off a tough loss to a very good Homestead team, and Snider being wiped out by Carroll last Friday night out at Carroll High School. My name is Ryan Dillinger. I'll be your host for tonight's big game between these two teams. The sun's setting over to our west and right in our eyes, so we're squinting here, we're sweating here, and we're ready to go for some high school football. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We are the region's largest integrated sports medicine team, providing athletes specialized services from improving their performance to recovering from injuries. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, reliable. The world is waiting for you to make a difference in any way that you can. Discover your strengths at Indiana Wesleyan Residential Campus in Marion, Indiana. Visit indwes.edu. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook page for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. The University of St. Francis offers 1,000% job employment in select programs and 1,000% pass rates on license exams. with over 2,300 students. The main campus is located in the heart of Fort Wayne. Visit sf.edu. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. To learn more about our services, log on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Well, we are about 7 minutes away here from game time. Why don't we take our first time out, and when we come back, we'll break down these two teams here at Spooler Stadium on the campus of Northrop High School. You're watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team. We're treating injuries when and where they happen and working to prevent them before they do. We believe the best care is coordinated care, helping ensure you get the individualized services you need every step of the way. Offering innovative treatment techniques to get you or the athlete you love back in play. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Welcome back to Spooler Stadium on the campus of Northrop High School, where the Snider Panthers will do battle tonight with the Concordia Cadets. Let's take a look at these two teams. Both teams do stand 1-1 on the season. The head coaches of this game is Tim Manigold of Concordia. He's in his 9th season. He's 42-51 in 9 years and has a state title to his name. Kurt Tippmann's the head coach of Fort Wayne Snider. They are 98-22 in his 10 years as a Snider head coach. Your SAC ratings for tonight: Concordia checks in at 69.56. That's good for 61st overall, 10th in Class 3A. Snider with a 63.04 rating, good for 90th overall, and 25th in Class 6A. Concordia came off a heartbreaking loss last week to Homestead, 29-27. And the Snider Panthers, they were rolled last week by a very good Carroll team, 38-14. Over the last 25 years, Snider holds a commanding lead, 24 games to 1 over the Cadets. Well, we've got about 5 minutes left here. I'm going to bring in my broadcast partner for tonight's game, Pat Donnelly. Good to see you again, Pat.
Ryan, thanks for having me back. I know you were working solo these first few weeks, and excited to be here for a great contest. And this is going to be a good one tonight. Great weather.
Yeah, so last week you got a chance to watch Concordia play, and why don't you give us a little recap of that game, and I'll let you do that game, and then I'll recap pretty much the Carroll-Snider game.
Well, I thought Concordia came out with an unbelievable game plan, really great balance of run and pass attack. I thought Jake Bird was outstanding, especially in the first half. Just did an outstanding job, build a lead at halftime, and really performing extremely well. Execution level is very, very high. Again, a great balance offensively. And I tell you what, Concordia's defense is a defense that will definitely continue to make some noise. They did last week, made some crucial stops, got off the field a couple times on third down, made a couple fourth down stops as well, just really, really sharp defensively. In the second half, some mistakes happened and kind of turned the tide a little bit towards Homestead. Again, they capitalized. Again, Homestead had a great game plan as well, especially making some second half adjustments in the locker room at halftime, and really came out guns blazing and played an exceptional second half. And what a great football game! It's one of those games you hate to see anyone lose because both teams played so exceptionally well, and Concordia had their times, their moments and chances, and again, what a great drive at the end by Homestead to eventually win the football game. But I tell you what, this Concordia team, I know it's a 3A school. They're two platooning as much as they possibly can. They've got some depth. They have outstanding defensive play. You see speed getting to the football from an offensive standpoint. Jake Bird has eliminated some of those mistakes that he may have committed a year ago or 2 years ago. really doing a great job in his decision-making. Had an outstanding game last week. And then there's a gentleman named Kamari Anderson-Drew that's an outstanding talent, one of the best in the area, who is a difference maker. If you can find creative ways to give him opportunities in a game like this, he really can turn some heads.
Yeah, his little brother Amir Drew, another weapon that Concordia has at running back this season, a young guy. But, Anderson Drew is just not the only one. Tyler Grossman and Jalen Vanderbosch, also very good wide receivers.
Absolutely. And again, Concordia does a great job spreading the ball around. Again, it's a spread system, so they move the ball around as much as they can to spread that defensive look out as much as they possibly can. And again, Drew, the running back, just did an outstanding job last week again. Just very, very physical. Kind of did everything for the Cadets last week. Carried the football, the entire game. I don't think he took a play off. He was in there the entire time. Caught screen passes, pass protection, crucial runs, short yardage runs. He really did it all for the Cadets last week. So he's another up and coming star, only a sophomore.
So the Cadets lose a close one last week. The Snider Panthers, not so close, ladies and gentlemen. They were throttled by a very good Carroll team, and they could not do much right in most of that game against a Carroll defense that did very well against the Snider offense, especially in those second and third quarters. And the old adage, Pat, if you got two quarterbacks, you got none. I think Snider's kind of in that conundrum right now, is they don't know who the guy is.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I did get a chance to watch the film on Huddle and got a chance to take a look at that. It looks like they're still trying to they have some questions they have to have answered at that position, and it'll be interesting to see the Panthers approach tonight with a two-quarterback system.
So the Panthers will get some help tonight, though, on the defensive side. Janini Belizaire is back into the lineup. He's a big guy in the middle that can clog everything up. He was out last week with the concussion protocol, and back is their leader on defense, Ethan Hoover, the Indiana State commit. He's back to play on the secondary for the Snider Panthers tonight as the two teams get ready to take the field. A little over 1 minute to go. For whichever quarterback comes out for the Panthers, he'll have some weapons. In the running back position, he'll have Anias Lockett on the season already, 138 yards. Got a touchdown to his name. He's also got some really good wide receivers, either whether it's Barnes or it's Taylor tonight. Michael Lito Jr. already on the season with 6 catches, 126 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And he's got some big targets as well. He's got Simon Dellinger, an Army commit, that he can throw to as well. So it's going to be the Cadets to get the ball first here for the Snider Panthers. I think a key for them, Pat, is they got to get off the field here early against Jake Bird.
Absolutely, and again, Concordia's approach last week was a very methodical approach. Even though they're a spread offense, they really were methodical with their play calls, took some time off the clock, really thought long and hard about what they wanted to do, and they executed at a very, very high level last week. So, again, very be a great test here for the Snider defense. And again, I'm wondering if we're going to see the same type of approach from the Cadets here in the first half.
So we'll see what adjustments both teams have made in the off week here, as we have the kickoff here by Keegan Snoffer. He's going to kick it. It's going to come to the right side and roll out of bounds. And Concordia will start with good field position. That's a play right there that gives the coaches for sure gray hair.
Yeah, it looks like the ball was kicked, intentionally kicked to that corner, but probably obviously not that wide. Want to place that ball away from Kamari Anderson-Drew, which is definitely a good idea. Again, just one of those special teams things that are frustrating the coaches, no question.
So Concordia will start off at their own 35-yard line. They'll have Jake Bird back there. Jake Bird's a gunslinger, to say the least. He likes to throw the ball all over the place. He had a good summer season on the 7-on-7 team he was on. He and Gavin Vogt were their leaders on that team. And Snider will line up in their black uniforms with yellow numbers. Concordia will be in their white uniforms, maroon numbers. We can see them very clearly tonight, which is a good thing, as Jake Bird will line up in the pistol formation. He'll have Drew back there with him in the backfield. They'll start with trip receivers to the top side, and Anderson all alone down here on the near side. Here's the snap, straight drop. He'll look, step up into the pocket, have a lane to run through, and he'll slide and pick up about 7 yards.
Yeah, that's an element of Jake Bird's game that is absolutely critical. When things break down from a coverage standpoint, Snider did an outstanding job of covering those receivers up. Jake Bird has the ability of tucking and get some necessary yards.
So good start there by the Cadets. They'll pick up they'll give them exactly 7 yards, so they'll have 2nd down and 3 to go from the Concordia 42-yard line. The Panthers, they are different this year on defense. They lost so many starters off the team that, guys played in the state championship and went to a bunch of regional titles. So, they had to replace a lot. And here's Jake Bird once again in the pistol formation. Here's Bird will run the option. He'll throw it to the right, and Drew will have it. He'll run to the outside, get out of bounds, and it looks like he's got enough for a first down.
Really like the play call there by the Cadets. Trips formation to the wide side of the field, run the speed option play with the back on the edge on the opposite side away from trips. Getting that defensive shift over to those three receivers. Get a nice clean edge to get positive yards against. A staple of the Concordia offense, speed option play.
And one thing you just don't want to get into against the Snider Panthers defense generally is a third and real long. And last week they were vulnerable even though on that, but Gavin Vogt was able to chew them up on third down, and it's a first down and 10. Grossman across the motion. They'll give it to Amir Drew up the middle, and he'll carry a couple tackles for about 4 or 5 yards.
That's what Amir Drew gives you. He's a downhill runner, physical player for only a 15-year-old sophomore, but he's a guy that can carry the mail and run physical throughout the evening.
And Snider just has not found that guy in the middle. They had Austin France last year and Brandon Cox that could step up and make some big plays there in the middle. This year they have not found that yet. They're trying to get that out of Peasley and Trotter. So 2 receivers to each side this time. Different formation by the Cadets. Here's a snap, 3-step drop. Bird will pump, and be taken down for a sack. And I believe that's Jalen Wiggins in the backfield with the sack.
Just with a doctor word there for the Panthers, the pass rush, the great tradition of defensive line play at Snider High School. Great pass rush, now putting Concordia in a very, very tough third and long situation.
It looks like Ben Henson, number 55, is going to have his hands full all night for the for Concordia. So to bring up a long third down and 12. And if you're the Panthers, you definitely want to roll somebody over to Kamari Anderson-Drew's side this time.
This will be definitely an interesting look here from Snider.
So we'll see where Ethan Hooper moves this time. Looks like they're going to be like in a two deep zone here. They're showing it, and they're already starting to back out. Here's a straight drop. Bird will throw over the middle. Short. Yeah, if that is in the air, Michael Brown, number 27, is picking that off and going the distance for a touchdown. So it'll be a fourth down.
Maybe some miscommunication there with the route concept. Again, looked like Jake was looking for that receiver to settle right about the first down stick there. And again, just a little miscommunication there from Concordia. But again, good pass defense there. That was a 4-deep shell there. Ryan, playing right at the sticks, playing stout defense. Again, it's great to see Ethan Hoover back. What a great third level player there for the Snider Panthers back tonight.
Lito back to return. Oh, there's a good rush. End over end kick. It'll come down to Derrickson. He's taken down right away after he catches it. And it looks like they'll have it at their own 25-yard line. So good starting position for the Snider Panthers. So Concordia will line up in their defense. They played really well last week against a very good Homestead team, correct?
Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. I tell you what, you saw a great pass rush. You saw 11 hats flying to the football. Great effort out of the Cadets in this defense. Again, anxious to see how they respond after a heartbreaking loss last week. See what they have left in the tank.
Yeah, so it looks like it'll be John Barnes to start. Anias Lockett in the backfield. He'll split the receivers to each side, and they'll put the big guys in at tight end. Caswell and Dellinger, the tight ends, and here's a snap. And they'll give it right away to Anias Lockett. He'll bounce it back to the middle, bounce off a couple tacklers, and he's had a bit of an issue this year with fumbles. This year already with 3.
Well, this is old school Snider football. 2 tight ends on the field, downhill running game. Really test the middle of this Concordia Cadet defense. That's Snider football there for you, Ryan, as you know.
2nd and 7 now for the Panthers. Here's a snap. They give to Lockett. He'll go to the left side. They'll seal that off. But somebody from the backside came knifing across the front of the backside of the line, trying to see who that was. Looks like it was number 42. That would be Michael Fairfield with a good tackle from behind. And the Panthers will bring on an extra wide receiver now in 3rd and long, and this has been their Achilles heel.
Concordia played outstanding on 3rd down last week, Ryan. Especially look at the pass rusher here, number 33.
Barnes looks find Dellinger over the middle. That's going to be enough to move the sticks as the big target. Simon Dellinger standing about 6'7" out there, about 240 pounds, settled down right in the middle in front of that linebacker, and Barnes with a perfect strike.
Yep. Great little concept there. Put your best receiver right in the middle of the defense. Let him find a little soft spot in the zone, which Dellinger did there. Great execution there on 3rd down for the Panthers.
So the Panthers once again out to about the 40-yard line, 36-yard line. And they'll bring a man across the motion, and there'll be a false start on the Panthers. This is something that has also plagued them this year, Pat, is penalties. Lots of penalties.
It's a young unit, and again, there's obviously a little combination of some older players, but a lot of younger players. The guys wearing the black and gold there, and you're going to have those type of things early in the season.
Yeah, and something different the Panthers are doing this year is they're putting Schwartz and Big Randy Holtz opposite of each other. Cast ball across the motion. They'll give it inside to Anias Lockett. He'll bust out through a couple tackles, and he's getting a push, and he's going to get close to the first down marker. He holds onto the ball, and he's picked up about 14 yards on that carry.
Great physical run there by Lockett. Again, I think, Ryan, he's got to be the guy that carries the load, the lion's share of the run game. He's a physical guy. Again, I know he's had some issues with some fumbling. I'm sure the staff has addressed that. But he's the type of Snider back we're accustomed to seeing. Downhill runner, physical at the point of attack. What a great run there on first down.
So 2nd down and 1 for the Panthers. Here's the snap. They'll give it to Lockett. He'll run off that left side again, and he'll pick up the first down. And I think the Snider offensive line had a very stern talking to by Coach Russ Isaacs this week in practice.
Well, I know if anyone can get their attention, it's Coach Isaacs. The legend, the great former head coach and now offensive line coach. Boy, can't imagine a better offensive line coach in the business than him.
Yeah, and they pulled him out of retirement a few years ago to come back to help out with the team, and whatever he said worked. Dellinger across the motion now. They'll fake it. Oh, they'll give it right up the middle once again to Anias Lockett.
Snider doing a great job of mixing up their offensive formations and the different run looks. A lot of the same type of plays, just different formations. It's a challenge to line up to those unique looks with tight ends. Again, Snider's blessed with great tight ends, have the ability to do those things with formations. Great block there on that lead there by Dellinger.
So the Panthers 2nd down and 6 from the Concordia 44-yard line. Using some clock here. They're trying to keep Bird off the field. Dellinger will move. Now he'll go up. He'll block once again, and it'll be Anias Lockett into the line, and he is taken down by about 4 different cadets. Looked like big number 70 in there on the stop.
I really think, Ryan, that's the matchup to look at with these two units going head-to-head. The Snider offense, the cadet defense, of how the line play is. If Concordia can handle the physicality at the point of attack and get Snider in this situation here, 3rd down, this is going to be a competitive game.
It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Snider Panthers. Directly in front of us, Simon Dellinger across the motion, and oddly, Barnes keeps it on the option. He breaks through, and he's off to the races. He's got one man to beat. Can he do it? And he'll do it. He'll run it in from 43 yards out.
That's the zone read play where that defensive end's the unblocked player. That's the quarterback's read. The defensive end crashed down the line of scrimmage to play the running back. The quarterback pulls it and has that clear path upfield. What a great job there by Barnes to really hit another gear with his speed and outrunning that 2nd and 3rd level. What a great, well-executed play there by the Snider Panthers on 3rd and medium. That's kind of a gutsy call in a 3rd and medium situation with that zone read play, but well-executed there, and what a great conversion for a touchdown.
I think the Panthers decided that they are going to make an effort to run the ball, and they did on that drive. So Dellinger with the snap to Swanson. The hold is up, and it is good. And the Panthers lead 7-0. We'll take a timeout. You're watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me, I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Well, the Panthers go 75 yards and capitalize on a 43-yard touchdown run by John Barnes. Here's the kickoff by Snuffer. A high end-over-end kick coming down to Drew at about the 7 or 10-yard line. He'll bounce through there and went down a little awkward did Drew, but the Cadets will have pretty good field position to start here out around the 25, maybe 26-yard line.
Sounds good, Ryan.
Yeah, it's tough to see from over here.
Well, this situation, again, Concordia did an outstanding job a week ago against Homestead of answering. Any time that Homestead scored until they ran out of time at the end, Concordia seemed to answer. So this is a big gut check drive here for the Cadets.
So Bird will direct traffic once again. He'll send three receivers up to the top, one to the near side, and he'll have Drew in the backfield. They'll spread out the Snider defensive line. They'll bring Grossman back. He'll go back across the grain. Here's the roll. And this is a screen pass, almost picked off. And now here comes 34, overruns it. And Amir Drew off to the races. He'll get up close to midfield as Bryson Reinig and Michael Brown come back from the backside of the play to take down Amir Drew. A nice screenplay there by the Cadets.
Well, you saw a great pass rush on that second down, the previous drive for Snider. That's the way you negate the pass rush. A little screen pass to your tailback. You invite that defensive line upfield. Let them work themselves upfield, and you'll find that back right in behind him. That great design play there, that tailback screen pass and well executed there by the Cadets.
25-yard pickup for the Cadets. They're in business now at midfield. There's the snap and the give to Drew. He'll go to the left side or the right side now through, and he'll pick up a good first down yardage there. And here comes a flag, a late flag. I'm not sure. The Concordia guys look like they're motioning over to Concordia. It looks like, to see what they want to do here. It looks like it might be a face mask. So tackle on 15. Oh, they'll say just the 5-yard variety face mask. So it'll be a first down for the Cadets inside Snider territory, down around the 38-yard line.
Really great run there by Amir Drew, getting downhill off the power play there, getting north and south. That's his game. Yeah, what a great run there on first down.
So the Panthers defense spread out again. Ooh, a high snap. Good hold there. Is the reverse. Snider was right there, but not able to do anything. And now it looks like number 8 will come up and make the tackle for the Panthers. That's Jayshon Underwood with the tackle. You know, Snider had a couple times to get him further back, but they did not. And actually, he was lucky to pick up 2 yards.
Really good pursuit there by Snider. One, we had the backside defensive line penetrating upfield. You missed a tackle, but that third level support corner and safety really did a great job there to make that a minimal gain on the reverse.
So it'll be second down and 8 from the 36. Snider getting some help tonight. Janini Bell's there back into the lineup for the Snider Panthers. Big defensive tackle. Here's the snap, the roll. He'll roll right. He'll put the ball down. Now he'll run to the outside. Got nowhere to go. Lucky they did not call a hold on number 77, but it'll be a sack nonetheless. And it'll drive back Jake Bird about, looks like it's going to be about a third and about 13 or 14 yards. Jake Bird's got to be careful. He's got that ball hanging out there.
Yeah, and again, those are the mistakes that you want to try to avoid at all costs. And again, that was a close one there with the pursuit bearing down, putting that ball away.
This might be 4-down territory for the Cadets as they're around the 39-yard line. As you know, maybe not get all of it here. Try to get as much as you can and go for it. I don't know about their kicker, but it looks like they'll line up 3 receivers to the near side. Play clock down to 2. There's a snap. They got it off. He'll look. Here comes the rush again. Jake Bird sneaks through it. Now he'll take off. He'll throw it down the middle. Picked off by Ethan Hoover just off the injury. He'll turn it upfield. Now cut back across the field. And he'll get down with an interception. So Ethan Hoover off the injured list and with an interception.
You know, Bird had a receiver breaking, and what a great job of Ethan Hoover seeing that receiver breaking open off the scramble drill and playing center field back there. What an outstanding play, what an outstanding player. And great to see him back playing healthy. Number 4 for Snider is an outstanding player.
So the Indiana State recruit with a big interception. The Panthers will start at their own 29. I mentioned this before we started our broadcast, but Ethan Hoover and Simon Delling are 2 of the seniors on this team. Yesterday in practice got in a little bit of a scuffle, and they may have set the tone for this weekend.
A little creative tension's never bad, right?
Yep.
Especially to your leaders.
Taylor into the game now at quarterback, and he'll give it to, he'll fake it to Lenny Bennett. He'll throw down the middle. He's got a wide open Michael Ito Jr., and he threw it an eyelash too far. And we got a holding penalty on the Snider Panthers.
Aggressive approach there with the Panthers. A play-action play, running the post. We're out to the wide side of the field. Michael Ito Jr. with great speed. Deuce Taylor with a great arm. You can see that happening the next few years for the Panthers, two younger players.
So now the Panthers will bring on a couple more wide receivers as they'll have 3rd and long. MJ Lito will come. Oh, I thought he was coming out, but he'll stay in. They'll bring out a couple of other guys. Cashball, one of the tight ends, will come out. And now it'll be Taylor all alone in the backfield. This is a formation we have not seen this season by the Panthers. And there's one receiver on this near side not covered. That's because Concordia was in a zone. There's a good catch by number 7.
Andrew Sims.
Sims, I think, is number 7.
Yeah.
He hasn't played a whole lot this year. Concordia or Snider will pick up a few yards on that. It'll be 2nd down and 24 as Antoine Taylor had a lot of time there, and they'll bring Lenny Bennett back into the lineup at running back. We saw Lenny Bennett last year sneak through a couple times, and he's a guy, if he gets one step, he is gone. Derricks is moving there, and we got movement in the middle of the lineup again by the Snider Panthers. So penalties again plaguing the Panthers' offensive line.
See a ton of young talent in skill positions for the Panthers. Again, talking about Deuce Taylor, talking about Mike Lito Jr., only a junior.
Yeah, I know that Deuce Taylor already getting looks by some Division I schools. Army, one of them. You know, the United States Military Academy, where Simon Dellinger is going to go play at next year. They love Deuce Taylor. I mean, he's not a big runner. He's got an arm. I think Army is changing a little bit of their philosophies, and here will be a long 2nd down and 22. There's a fake. He'll roll, throw it to Dellinger, who'll catch it, turn it upfield, and run right through a couple Concordia defenders. And I know I never was a defensive back, Pat, but if I saw somebody 6'7" like that coming at me, I might want to get out of the way. And last year against Concordia, he completely laid a guy out when he scored a touchdown. So good play by the Panthers, 3rd down and 5.
Yep, staple of the Snider offense, a little flood, bootleg pass there. Get your big tight end out in space. Well executed play there.
Good on-time play there to Alonzo Derricks. He steps around one guy, stays in bounds, now turns it upfield, and he'll be in Concordia territory as he made number 1 miss. I believe that's Kamari Anderson-Drew, who tried to grab him, couldn't do it. And Snider into Concordia territory for the 2nd time as Deuce hits Derricks.
Well, Ryan, first things first. That was an absolute rope by Deuce Taylor. What a throw from a young man. He's playing here in a big ball game, and coaching staff has the confidence to put him in and let him rip the ball, and he's making some throws.
Some misdirection there by the Panthers, but number 22 will have none of that for Concordia. Kristen Lucas, he stayed home on that. That was a textbook play by the defensive end, or I think that was a corner, wasn't it?
Yeah, Concordia's got to get back into pursuing the football, speed of the football. Get those hats, those maroon helmets to the football as quickly as they can. So we saw a lot of last week. We need to get back to that here in this big game against the Panthers.
So it'll be 2nd down and long now for the Panthers. Here's the snap. They'll give it to Bennett. He'll go to the right side, steps around one guy and gets close to a 1st down. And seeing if he's going to get up there. He does. It looks like his legs got caught up with a couple players, and it's enough for a Panther 1st down.
See another one of those young players, Bennett, only a junior. When we talk about these young skill players, minus Simon Dellinger, really is the only veteran on the field right now in the skill positions for Snider. So again, the future awfully bright here for the Panthers.
They'll stay in the same formation, and now we got a player running onto the field for the Panthers late. That's Cashball, and I think the Panthers said, let's call a timeout here. They may not have had enough guys on the field. With that, we'll take a timeout. You're watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Running play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics. It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, and Big Eye Fish. that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana and beyond. Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to...
We're back live here at Spooler Stadium. Snider on the move down to the Concordia 30-yard line. Here's the snap. The play fake. He'll look. He'll step through. Taylor will take off and run with it. And he'll pick up about 2 hard-fought yards. Not something they really want to do a lot with Taylor, and that will do it for the first quarter. That was a fast first quarter, Pat.
Yeah, definitely. Again, you see both teams really kind of be methodical with their play calls. Coach Snider kind of getting back to the roots, Ryan, as you well know, of running the football. Again, timely throws, especially with Taylor here. And that was a play-action throw. Again, really kind of giving the youngster here some options here with play-action game. But, again, the core principles of Snider football is running the football. Get behind your big offensive line, get the ball downhill, get downhill with your running back, and that's what you see here in this first quarter.
We'll stay here through this break. Talk a little bit about some of the other games going on around the area at halftime during the Drive Kelly Chevrolet halftime show. Some of the other big games we'll try to have scores for you. There's Northrop out of Carroll, the 2 teams that are 1-1 on the season, and Bishop Dwenger, Northside at Carroll, Northrop at Wayne, that's 1-1 team. Southside playing Dwenger, Homestead playing Bishop Lure. So Dwenger and Homestead right now, if they win tonight, they start putting some distance between themselves and the rest of the competition here in the Summit Athletic Conference.
Yeah, we talked about the first 2 weeks, the parity of this league, the SAC. Maybe as wide open as I can remember, Ryan. I've lived here now over 20 years. Really a wide open, 4 or 5 teams really to compete for the title this year. It's one of those kind of crazy years where you got to strap it up every single week and play extremely good football. I'll tell you what, anybody in this league can beat you on a given Friday night.
Yeah, there's so many good teams. I think the word you used was just perfect. Right was parity. You know, when you just talk to everybody, nobody was like, man, we're great this year. You know what I mean? And I think we kind of saw that coming at the end of last season, that there would be some different teams to step up here this year, or this is a possibility of a year where we could have tri-champions or quad champions. So it'll be Taylor staying into the game. He'll take the snap. He'll give it to Lenny Bennett, right side, and taken down quickly by number 54 of the Cadets. That's Zachary Bird Leach with the tackle. So no gain, 3rd down and long now for the Panthers, and they're definitely in 4-down territory. They really haven't figured out who their field goal kicker is. In fact, they haven't even tried one yet. Their former kicker now with the St. Francis Cougars.
Jack James is a good one. Yeah, probably 2 plays you're thinking about here if you're Snider. So 3rd and 4th down.
Here's the roll. He'll step up, fire it off the fingertips of Casbah. And let's see what Coach Tippmann decides to do here. And oddly, Michael Lito Jr. not in on that long 3rd down play. Don't know if that was one of those Snider plays where both tight ends were running to that same flat.
Yeah, great job of Taylor avoiding that rush, stepping up and finding a little crease to get the ball out. That's a play probably that Snider, that Mantle needs to make a play. Hit you in the hands, you got to make a play.
That's right. Back to throws Taylor. He looks, he rolls, throws it to the sideline. A bullet. And it was incomplete. I don't think he would have been in bounds even if he caught the ball. I think he was looking for Simon Dellinger, but it went out. It was too far out of his reach. I could hardly see it over there, Pat. Did you have a better view?
Yeah, it looks like I think it was intended for Dellinger. Great zone coverage there by Concordia, playing really well in the flat area. It was an out-fade concept where they had that flat area covered by the outside linebacker, which caused Taylor to look around for an open receiver, kind of breaking the timing of the play, the natural timing of the play. So great job there on 3rd down defense there for the Concordia Cadets. And got to get something going here offensively, Ryan, no question about it. Maybe a little mixture of run and pass, maybe taking a shot here to Kamari Anderson-Drew at some point.
So Bird will drop, he'll look, fire to Kamari Anderson-Drew, hit as soon as he catches it, but he'll pick up about 6.
Yeah, the play that was really successful last week, a little quick slant or a shallow cross. It's kind of a unique type of route of just them working flat down the line of scrimmage. Until Snider worked that play, because their outside backer was kind of looking for that release and playing that area of the zone. So, again, you can see a vertical shot coming here at some point to Drew. Again, to test this the back end of the Snider Panther defense. But
on the tackle for the Panthers, it looked like it was Nick Peasley and Ruckless. So now the Cadets will send trip receivers to the top side. Kamari Anderson, Drew down on the bottom side with Jay-Sean Underwood, Amir Drew in the backfield. Here's the snap, the give to Drew. He gets through the defensive line. Looked like they were going to have a chance of stopping him, but he jumped to the left with a little jump cut, and he was off to the races and picks up a first down for the Cadets.
We talked about it before. Amir Drew, a downhill runner, just finds those little creases. Seems like he's always running behind his pads, falling forward for those extra yards. Really physical player, that outstanding sophomore running back.
So the Cadets with a first down out to their own 34. 10-20 to play here in our first half. A quick first half. Both teams building a big emphasis in that first quarter on establishing the run to try to loosen up their pass games. Same formation for the Cadets again. And they are double two. They're putting a defensive back over Kamari Anderson, or the Snider Panthers. Here's a drop. He'll look, step up, run to the outside, throw it. It's number 10. I believe that's Parnan with the catch. Jaden Parnan with his first catch of the night, number 10, and that's enough for a first down.
Well, again, that's something that Jake Bird does bring to the table. Extending plays. Snyder did an outstanding job of playing really strong zone defense there in pass coverage. Nothing really there in the concept being delivered on time there for Bird. So he had to ad-lib, had to extend the play and find those open receivers, really off script, finding that receiver breaking open and finding little soft spots in that zone. But initially, you see that, like you mentioned, when you beat me to the punch there, Ryan, they're playing a bracket coverage on Anderson Drew, a corner playing in his face, and safety playing on top.
Trip receivers now to the near side. Here's the snap, the give to Drew, right up the middle again, and here comes a flag, and that's thrown right in the area of holding. And now some players throwing each other around out there. We'll see what the call is here. I believe it's going to be holding on Concordia.
One thing we talked about, Ryan, with that the formation of the trips receivers to one side and putting a Kamari Anderson Drew back to the single receiver side, it does force Snyder to unload that box and move that safety out a little bit. And they try to bump their linebackers over to the trip side, which is really an advantageous look for the run game. So you can see a lot of those downhill run games by Kamir Drew in that trips formation look. It seems like it's something that Concordia wants to try to do, and I think it's something they can go back to by that alignment. It's a favorable box. Only 5 guys in there. So 5-on-5 in for the run game matchup there.
So chop block is called on the Cadets, and that will move them back. It'll be, I believe, first down and 25 now for the Cadets. They'll move on right out to about their own 49-yard line with 9:13 to play here in our first half. They'll say first and 22 now. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Amir Drew to the outside. He'll run. Snyder just not coming up and filling the lanes yet. They're not feeling that.
It's a tough run scheme. It's an outside zone play where, again, you want somebody to set that edge if all possible to force that ball back inside your help where your defensive line linebackers are. And just like you said, Ryan, getting the opportunity to hit that thing outside for those huge yards. That was a 7 or 8 yard gain there on the outside zone play.
Yeah, and that was they ran on the outside behind Luke Johnson, who sealed off that right side and did a nice job to give Amir Drew the opportunity to get some yards on that play. So it'll be second down and 16 from the 46 of Snyder. There's a 3-step drop, quick throw. He'll hit number 17. Grossman on the catch, and that's another youngster, a sophomore, contributing for the Concordia Cadets.
Well, you can see again from an alignment standpoint, Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker for Snyder, having to bump out and play that trips receiver, and also worried about the run game again and that trips formation. Drew is really getting downhill and get some good yards there. So when you do that, you get more space on the perimeter for that quick pitch play. This is what gave Concordia that look right there. Really well executed play there by Jake Berg, delivering the ball on time to that receiver.
I wonder where Concordia will break out having Tyler Grossman throw a pass, because that kid has a cannon on the baseball field. Trip receivers to the near side. Here's a snap, 3-step drop. He'll look, almost hit. Oh, through the hands of Kamari Drew. It looked like he might have slipped a little bit on that play.
Yeah, it looks like he just slipped with his footwork there, just kind of caught him off balance. Good ball there by Jake. I think if Kamari had his feet under him, that's probably a completion.
Yeah.
Making this much more manageable fourth down. Obviously in this situation, ball at the 38-yard line. Kind of think about it. I know Jake is also the punter. Jake Bird's also the punter, so I'm not sure. They got some options here if you're the Cadets.
So Jake Bird will come into the huddle now. Might want to play some field position right here with 7:28 to go. You don't want to give Snyder good field position because they go on a long drive. They also get the ball to start the second half. hopefully that cloud cover will get over the sun here shortly.
Probably a quick kick opportunity here.
Nope. He's going to throw it. He'll look, fire, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover again. Jake Bird stared down his receiver, Kamari Anderson. Ethan Hoover looking right in the eyes of Jake Bird.
I watched those two the entire play there, Ryan. You can see Ethan just kind of wait, kind of bait that throw, then break on it. Just a great instinctual play. And again, this young man hasn't played a lot of football the last few months and probably had a very, very short training camp. But what an instinctual player. Again, just reading the concept there, understanding that Jake Bird's going to go to his main man there, Kamari Anderson Drew, and just sat on it and made a great play.
Yeah, Ethan Hoover had his knee scoped 4 weeks ago, so he's just back from that. And it seems to have really helped. He was running awkwardly as Barnes will come back into the lineup with Anias Lockett. They'll bring Casbah across the lineup, or across the formation, give it to Anias Lockett. He'll run right and get a push by his offensive line. And there's just that blast play that the Snider Panthers run.
Snider calls it a blast. A lot of people call it power, bringing the backside guard around, getting numbers to the point of attack. Again, that's a staple of the Snider offense, getting downhill with a great running back.
2nd down and 5 for the Cadets, or for the Panthers, out around their own 44-yard line. Tight end across the formation again. And they'll turn and give it again to Lockett. He'll run into the middle, break through the middle of the line, and a couple of corner safeties. Number 8 comes up and makes a play. That's Jalen Vanderbosch with a nice play there for the Cadets to stop Anias Lockett, who's going to check out.
Really great block there by Mantle, the tight end. Works in motion, the ISO block, again, a downhill run there for the Panthers. Getting that ball north and south, again, right in the heart of that Concordia defense, right at those linebackers.
Now Snider will spread out Concordia. High snap, the fake, the roll. He'll look. Fired over the middle to Alonzo Derricks. Did he make the catch? He did. As Vanderbosch with a big hit on Derricks, and it's close to a 1st down.
What a great catch there by Derrick in traffic. And that's one great throw by Barnes to place that ball in traffic. And again, a little courage there by Derrick to go between defenders and catch that football. What a great play.
So here's the big difference between last week and this week for the Snider Panthers. They are not throwing to their first option. Their quarterbacks are reading the defense and going through their progressions. Here comes Maxwell across the formation, super fast runner, gets to the outside corner, gets a good block by Michael Lito Jr., and he's close to a 1st down.
You can just tell, Ryan, with that concept, that sweet play, that just stretches that defense out horizontally, all 53 in the 3rd, which then really opens up a downhill running game later on. Great executed play there by the Panthers on 1st down.
Pickup of 8, and we'll have Sims and Maxwell check out. Back into the lineup will be Mantell and Anias Lockett, the running back for the Snider Panthers. And they're down to about the Concordia 30 with just under 6 to play here in our first half. This has been a super fast first half.
It really has. Can great running attacks can kind of do that for you. Run the clock.
Mantell once again in motion. And that time Anias Lockett really had John Barnes really had no option. If he gives it to the running backs, it's a loss. If he keeps it, it's a loss.
I think he'd probably like to have that one back. It's one of those plays, again, it's a sweet play. If that defensive end is upfield, the quarterback should pull it and take that thing into the teeth of the defense. Again, north and south. A little bit of a misread there by Barnes.
3rd and 4 now for the Panthers. See what they'd like to do here. They may go run. Here's the snap. The give to Anias Lockett. He goes right behind Big Simon Dellinger, and he'll pick up the 1st down. And when you see an offensive lineman or tight end stand somebody straight up, it's bad news for that defensive player.
You can see the Concordia secondary really working closer to the line of scrimmage. You're trying to get those safeties involved because they're having a tough time stopping the downhill running attack. Again, when you see those things as a play call, you're thinking about play action pass coming up here very, very soon. You can see, again, safeties rolling down, playing tighter line of scrimmage. Because, again, just a physical attacker in this drive by the Snider Panthers.
So an offset tight end, Mantell now across the formation. The snap, and they'll give it to Lockett again, right side. That's odd. I thought he was going to go to the left side and follow his big tight end, but elected to go back across the formation.
Yeah, a little zone play that hit backside there. Again, Snider's done a really good job of formation. They're really giving some unique looks and using a lot of motions and kind of working, strength, running to the formation strength, running away from the formation strength. A lot of mixture of run scheme here for the Snider Panthers.
Once they'll stay in the same formation, there goes Mantell across in motion again. Mantell with a good push-out block there to give Nias Lockett the ability to cut it upfield close to the first down marker. I think he'll be short about a half a yard.
Yeah, just watching Snider here, Ryan, they're really relying on those two great tight ends. Mantell and Dellinger do a great job really utilizing their abilities in the run game, moving them around, creating those one-on-one blocks that they're winning right now. Doing a great job up front.
3rd and short now for the Snider Panthers. Right at the 20, they'll give it to Lockett, go right, cut it up the middle, and have enough for the first down. They're seeing some people get up a little slow off the pile. Now, it's pretty hot out.
Yeah, it's a little warm. Sun's awfully bright here, right in our eyes. But again, this is a vintage Snider Panther drive. Again, it looks a little different formationally and a little bit schematically, but it's a downhill running attack. That was their the patented Snider blast play, pulling the backside guard and tackle around.
He'll fire to the outside looking for his tight end, but no good.
Again, good first down throw. They have not seen the throw on first down in some time. They keep that, keep it off balance, approach for that defense. Be concerned about the pass. Again, had success running the football. I would be shocked if we see another pass here on second down for the Panthers. But good to get enough mixture to keep those back end players honest.
2nd down and 9. Here's the fake, the roll. He'll look, roll. He'll keep rolling to his left. Gets a block by Simon Dellinger, goes to the outside, and now they're going to they throw a penalty flag. I'm not sure who they called that on. I may be calling this on Snider for holding.
Yeah,
they are.
It's one of those plays, it's a bootleg play where you have that quarterback does have the option of tucking and running it. But again, when you have that tight end try to engage the defender down the field, well, it's a tough block to sustain when that quarterback tucks and runs. So that's what happened there in that situation. Again, I would have lost that bet. I would not have predicted a play-action pass there. But here they are now, second goal.
2nd and goal, yeah. So the Snider Panthers inside the Parkview Sports Medicine red zone. It'll be a 2nd down and goal from the 15. For 2 receivers up top. He'll roll to his right. Good block. Good look. Finds Derricks. They'll pick up about half of the yardage they needed. So down around the 5.
Boy, Barnes really thread the needle there in behind Tyler Grossman, who's playing really strong defense there. It's a tight window to find Derrick in. Really good throw there to make this, again, an opportunity to throw to the end zone. What a great pickup there on 2nd long.
So now the Panthers will bring in another tight end. Mantell back into the lineup. And it looks like the Snider Panthers are going to go power here. 3 minutes to play here in our first half. Here's the snap, the fake, the roll. He'll look, fire, almost picked off. Number 17 comes up on the stop there for Grossman, Tyler Grossman, with a great defensive play. And here comes the field goal unit for the Snider Panthers. This will be their first attempt at a field goal this season.
Great defense there on the 3rd down and goal play there by Concordia. Again, that's the patented Snider bootleg play. You get run action one direction, come back and boot the other way. Get those tight ends trying to find space in behind the linebackers there. Really well defended, really nothing there for Barnes. Well defended there on 3rd down by the Cadets.
A good snap, good hold. The kick is up, 23-yarder on the way, and good.
It's a situation, I think, really a moral victory for Concordia there. The hold Snider, who really did a great job of grinding a long drive out and holding them to 3. I think that's something they can really build off of at halftime here, Ryan.
Absolutely. So the Snider Panthers, they lead 10-0 here. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have Concordia with the ball. You're watching high school football on Summit City Sports.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team. We're treating injuries when and where they happen and working to prevent them before they do. We believe the best care is coordinated care, helping ensure you get the individualized services you need every step of the way, offering innovative treatment techniques to get you or the athlete you love back in play. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education, but also the experience.
The Panthers lead 10-0 here at Spooler Stadium. Just 2:50 to play here in our fast-paced first half. Both teams trying to establish a run. Snider Panthers get on the scoreboard again with a field goal. Here's the run-up. The kick's a high end over end. Going to come down around the 10-yard line. And the Panthers on pursuit. Can they bring down the running back? Nope, they cannot. Number 2 turns around and goes back the other way and then is taken down. That was Chandler, Joseph Chandler on the return. He ran to his left and then came back to his right and ended up in just about the same spot.
This is an interesting drive here from Concordia, what their approach is going to be with 2:40 to go. Again, being backed up now at the 15-yard line. This is something, again, looks like Jake Bird has improved upon from a year ago, but you don't want to give the ball back here in Snider and just great field positions. You got to be smart. Again, you got to be more conservative, run the football, or you're going to have something, you take a shot maybe to Kamari Anderson-Drew. It's going to be interesting to see their approach here.
Yeah, and you got to be careful because Ethan Hoover is staring down the quarterback, and he knows exactly where Kamari Anderson-Drew is on every play. Jake Bird will have Amir Drew standing right behind him. They'll fake it. Bird will keep it. Run to the left. Point out who to block. Run to the outside, and is taken down by the Panthers, number 21. Got some new Panthers out there tonight on defense. Snider, number 21 on the tackle. Carter?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a new player out there. He did not play last week, so first down for the Cadets, 2:27. The clock is rolling here. Snider will get the ball to start the second half, so we'll see how aggressive Concordia wants to be. I think that's a play right there, Pat, that helps them know if they really want to go for it on this drive.
Yeah, first down tells you a lot about what their approach is going to be now. You got a little more room to throw the football.
Here comes the rush over the middle, almost picked off again, and here comes a flag. This could be on number 92, Belizaire. They're looking over at the Concordia sideline, telling them what it is. It looks like it's a personal foul, roughing the passer on the Panthers, and that hurts big time.
Yeah, again, he played great pass defense. It really caused the turnover, and it's something you're Snider you can't do in that situation. You're giving Cadets free yards. You got to make them earn in the passing game. Right now, Concordia's having a difficult time throwing the football.
So it'll be out just about to midfield, right around the 48-yard line. Here's the snap, 3-step drop. He'll look, pump, roll out to his right, throws, under pressure and picked off. Jay Sean Underwood with the pick for the Snider Panthers. His second of the year. And Snider will have the ball at their own 40 with exactly 2 to play, Pat.
Again, mixture of coverage there. Snider's doing a really, really great job. It's all zone coverage. They're doing a great job of really giving Jake Bird different looks. Again, he wants to deliver the ball on time. Those receivers are breaking out of at the top of their route. And again, just not there. Snider's doing a great job of forcing Jake into scramble drill situations to ad-lib, and a great job there by Underwood to see the ball thrown and make a great play there, tip the ball up to himself. And again, just great pass defense by Snider. Just really been impressed all evening with him.
So the Panthers at their own 40, 2 minutes to play. They'll bring Taylor back in again at quarterback. He'll look, fire to the outside, quick throw to Derricks, gets a block, bounces off a tackler, and picks up about 5 yards.
Get a little screen play there, design play to get the ball out quickly on the perimeter. Again, anxious to see the approach. It looks like we're going to get a little hurry-up mode here for the Panthers, and Deuce Taylor behind center.
Here's the snap, 3-step drop. He'll look, fire deep over the middle, picked off by Vanderbosch. And now he'll run to the left. He's got a couple guys to beat. He's got to be careful. There's a player coming up behind him. Is number 13 with the tackle, but he'll take it down to the Snider 40.
Yep, something that Deuce will learn from film. Middle safety just sitting right on top, really kind of forced that ball into coverage. He had an underneath crossing combination with the tight ends there. I think he probably needs to work high to low in that progression and not force something that's not there. Try to force that post route into that safety. Again, great play there by Concordia from a defensive standpoint, but something that Deuce is going to learn from, certainly in film tomorrow.
So Taylor, with his first interception of the season, will give Concordia a great field position. They'll spread the receivers 2 to each side now. They've got 1:27 to play with here in the first half. The snap, 3-step drop. Bird looks left. Here comes the rush. He's got to be careful. He's going to lose that ball one of these times, Pat. That was hanging out there for anybody, and he's down.
Yeah, great pass rush there. Really great job there by Scott off the edge.
And I think Bird, I don't know if he's going over to get the play or if he's actually hurt.
Took a pretty good shot there. Again, the pass rush has really been overwhelming tonight. Those long developing pass concepts here. So again, Snider doing a much, much better job in rushing the passer this game as opposed to last week. They're really getting after.
We're going to think, Pat, have no, we see the officials stop the clock. I'm not sure if it's for an injury or Jake Bird's limping pretty good on that left leg over there, and if Concordia can ill afford to lose one guy, he's the guy.
He's the guy. There's no question about it, because again, he kind of gives them so many different options, running the football, extending plays, and obviously making great throws down the field.
And this is the word I think I'd use with Snider here in the first half: focus. They have shown some focus here in the first half, the stuff they did not show last week against Carroll.
No question. They came out with great purpose. You see, like you said, Ryan, great focus. You had frustration after last week, and I'm sure it's been a very intense week in their preparation, getting ready for this ball game, and you can definitely see it here in the way they performed, especially from a defensive standpoint, and again the physicality in the run game too. Again, only 10 points, but it's been a really, really good, physical running game approach from Snider, and again strong defense. And again, they're really taking away defense is taking away the core principles, the passing game of Concordia here. Not sure what the penalty was.
I don't know what the penalty was. I don't even see one on the field. Oh, it was right here in front of us. So a personal foul on the Snider Panthers after the sack moves the ball all the way back into Snider territory at about their 42-yard line. But Bird coming out. He's not moving too quickly. 1:15 to play here in our first half. Let's see if Concordia is going to be big time aggressive here if they give Bird another break and let Amir Drew try to gain some good yardage. There's the snap, straight drop, 3. Here, there's a flag thrown right away. I mean, right in the middle of the line. I don't know if they're calling holding or another chop block. Yeah, another chop block. I saw a Concordia player go very low on one of the Snider players as somebody engaged him high, and that's the second time they've been caught with that tonight.
And giving it right back here. That penalty. Again, I think Concordia, again, obviously getting late here in the half, some quick games, some balls delivered quickly is I think, probably the right approach due to the fact that pass rush of the Snider Panthers is really getting after Bird, and on top of that, Bird, too, a little gimpy.
Yeah, and that's what Gavin Vogt did last week against Snider. He got rid of the ball early and often. So it'll be a long first down and 21 now from the Concordia 48-yard line. See, Snider's got 2 guys deep. Here comes Bird again. He'll throw on the run. High throw to Kamari Anderson-Drew, and Trotter was in front of him, and I believe Trotter and Hoover over there for the Panthers.
Great coverage there by Trotter. Understanding the concept. It's a sprint out pass. Again, this is something that Concordia ran a lot last week against Homestead, so great scouting there by Snider. But understanding that concept, but Kamari Anderson-Drew works back to the ball. So if you get that outside linebacker under that route, really takes that throw away, which he did a great job of there.
Is this another time to run one of those screens?
Well, you'd think. Again, you like to run screens when the defensive line is nice and fresh. But again, the pass rush is really getting after Concordia. May have enough in the tank here to get a good pass rush, get him upfield.
There's Amir Drew right up the middle. And he'll pick up about 5 or 6 hard yards. And it looks like Concordia will use a timeout, so we'll take a quick one. You're watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me, I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
back here at Spooler Stadium. It's 3rd and 16 now for the Cadets. 1 minute to play here in our first half. We'll have the Drive Kelly halftime show coming up with the Big Eyed Fish scoreboard here in about 15 minutes. So that ball goes incomplete. I think he was looking for Parnan over the middle. And that'll bring 4th and 16 from their own 47. So they'll have to punt, will the Cadets. And this might be an opportunity where the Snider Panthers only put one guy back. Nope, they're going to send Derrickson Leto back. Jake Bird will go back to kick. And see if Snider goes and plays this safe or if they go after Jake Bird, who's already been hit quite a few times tonight. Good snap. Here's the kick, end over end. Derricks will receive it right around his own 10. Come back now to the far side. Got one guy to beat. The wall set up. There's a block they might call in the back. Nothing there. And now they will. They'll call number 7, Sims, with a block in the back. He really didn't need to do that, so that'll move that ball back, and Snider will have the ball with just 42 seconds to play here in our first half. They get the ball to start the second half, by the way.
Yeah, going back to the previous play, again, I think Snider's done a really outstanding job. I love their defensive approach, where they're going to play pass defense first and utilize their speed to rally to the run game. I think they're forcing Jake Bird into tough throws, tough decisions, mixed up their coverage looks. Just really great job of game planning for the Snider defense, really giving Concordia fits in the way they're executing their offense.
Well, our official was going the wrong way there. He was giving Snider some extra yards. The head official said, whoops, come on, buddy, you're going the wrong way. So they'll turn around and move the Panthers back down to their own 22-yard line. So John Barnes back in at quarterback with Anaya Slockett. I don't think the Panthers are going to be too overly aggressive here. Maybe on this first play they try something, but knowing that they get the ball to start the second half, I'd be shocked. Barnes looks. He sees his tight end running right down the middle, throws it underneath to Derricks. He gets down, and that's enough for a first down, and he had a lot of guys wide open.
Absolutely. Are you shocked? They took a shot at there on first down. Great throw there by Barnes, and really aggressive approach here by Snider.
And they'll put Barnes under center now, make sure everybody gets set, and he'll spike it. 31 seconds to play. They're out to their own 37.
You can see a lot of hands on hips here for Concordia, maybe a little bit fatigued with the secondary, kind of run ragged here a little bit and maybe take some shots here vertically. Again, you got those big tight ends. You got a tired defense. You can find those tight ends in the middle of the field. They got to tackle those big guys. So it gets a great chance for a big play, just finding the way to get the ball to Dellinger here.
Here's a snap, 3-step drop. Here comes the rush. He'll roll to his right. Look, fire to the outs. Good play there by the quarterback. Sometimes that's a win.
Yep, smart play. Didn't have anything there. Barnes did a great job of playing third down, throwing the ball away. Don't make a mistake. Get a chance on third down.
Number 13, Elijah Maxwell, looking back, going, hey, nobody was on me that entire play.
Unfortunately, Barnes is rolling away from
yes.
That's an NFL-type throw from one hash back to the other sideline. So that was a tough one to see.
And the rush was coming from that right side. So good. I think Barnes, that's a maturity play for a young quarterback right there.
Definitely.
And it looks like another penalty on the Snider Panthers.
Eligible downfield look right there, Ryan. And I would expect Snider to run their best run play or some type of draw or something like that here to get out of the half.
25 seconds to play here in our first half. Once again, we'll have scores on the Big Eyed Fish scoreboard coming up at the Drive Kelly halftime. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Lockett. He's got some running room over here to the left side, and that'll about do it. I think Snider will say that's enough. Let's get in the locker room and know that we get the ball as they run behind Big Will Schwartz over there on that left side. Nobody in a hurry here for either team, and I think that will do it here at Spooler Stadium. And we'll go into halftime. The Panthers lead 10-0 over the Concordia Cadets. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the Big Eyed Fish scoreboard. You're watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
When you experience a sports injury, muscle, or joint pain, you want treatment right away. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without referral or appointment, offering diagnostics, x-rays, the region's only body composition DEXA scan right inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in Monday through Thursday, 7 to 7, Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. For more information, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com/orthoexpress.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
This is the first time I've been able to do this kind of more complete understanding or view of your body. One of the things that's really important about this is that it's kind of legitimizing us as athletes.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Concussions. They're a concern for parents of athletes in any sport. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine is leading the way with the area's first concussion clinic. Our integrated sports medicine team utilizes an innovative, evidence-based approach to manage athletic-related head injuries in those 14 and older, providing comprehensive care to get the athlete you love safely back in play. To schedule an appointment, call Parkview Sports Medicine at 266-4007. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education, but also the experience.
Parkview Sports Medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics. It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana and beyond. Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
All right, welcome back to Schooler Stadium. We are at halftime. The Snider Panthers lead the Concordia Cadets 10-0 here at halftime. Well, we'll take a look at the Big Eyed Fish scoreboard from around the area. These are the scores that we have thus far. We've got Carroll leading Northside 14-8. That was kind of in the first quarter, correct, Pat?
I believe so, yeah. It wasn't updated for some time.
So if you've got a score out there of that game, you're listening to us there, please tweet to us at 260sports so we can get an official updated score. It's Wayne all over Northrop, 28-7. Dwenger leads Southside 14-0, and a close one between Homestead and Bishop Luers, 14-7. Homestead leads over Bishop Luers. Those are your scores thus far on the Big Eyed Fish scoreboard. Once again, you're watching high school football here on SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana. Our specialized sports medicine team offers direct access to physical therapy and sports physicians in our new Parkview Ortho Express clinic located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. No referrals needed. That saves you time and money. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more. So the band plays here on at halftime here at Spooler Stadium. A beautiful night now that the sun's gone away, Pat.
Yeah, we can see a little bit now, right?
Yeah, I was having a hard time. But first of all, we'll say congratulations. Haven't seen you since last year. And back-to-back national championships with the St. Francis Cougars, and you started off with a bang this past Saturday night, absolutely destroying Robert Morris.
Yeah, we played really well. It was good to get our new quarterback acclimated. And guy's first college start under his belt, played very, very well. Happy with Matt Crable, our new quarterback. Transferred from Grand Valley State that came in and played exceptionally well. And again, we've got a great supporting cast. We've got a great defense that played outstanding all evening. And got a pretty good running back named Justin Green that was exceptional. Also had a kick return for a touchdown to open up the second half. So Justin's a great player. And again, did a great job moving the ball around. Matt was really proud of him and the way he managed our offense and did things very, very well. So we're excited about this year.
You guys look very crisp in that first game. Unlike the pros, you guys get no preseason. High school gets no preseason. Yeah. It's hit the ground running.
And somehow we still can play. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny how the NFL, they do those things. I know the NFL doesn't like it, playing that many games of players, at least the coaches. But yeah, it's one of those things where you got to compete against each other in practice. You don't get those. The new thing in the NFL now is they're doing the mixed practices where they go against each other in practice. We don't get the benefit of that either. So it's a challenge again for us offensively. Again, I'm an offensive coach. It was great every day to go against one of the best defenses in NAIA football every day with our defense. So really got us ready, and we were excited to play somebody else certainly last Saturday night. And now we get a bye week, so we're going to be ready for our first road trip next week, a week from tomorrow. So it's been a nice bye week, and got our guys rested up and got acclimated to their classes, which our curriculum is a little bit challenging. It was good to get them a couple days off, get to their classes, kind of get organized from that standpoint, and get back into football. We got into football back on Wednesday. We have a lift Wednesday and Friday and practice Thursday, and then also tomorrow. We're going to practice tomorrow. So looking forward to our second game. We get a little time off after week one. So
I was really with Harnish. He's a good one. It seemed like wherever the ball went, Harnish was very close.
Yeah, he's an exceptional player. Of course, he's pretty good pedigree there with his brother Chandler being an NFL player and MAC Player of the Year a few years back in Northern Illinois. And we're so fortunate to have Pearson in our program. He's our team captain and just a great person, great leader, and also husband and dad. One of those guys that's 21 going on about 37. Very mature guy, and great leader for our football program, and just an exceptional young man.
Yeah, I was over by the facility a couple times this week getting equipment, dropping equipment off, and one morning I had to drop off equipment really early, and the only person there was your father.
That sounds about right. I think Dad, he's got interesting hours. If you call him past 8 o'clock, it's probably going to wake him up. So he's bed early and an early riser and gets to work. And a guy has done as long as he has. He's so passionate about it. He loves getting up and being around the guys and the preparation he absolutely loves. So there's no doubt that my father was meant to be a football coach and has done it a long, long time and still loves it, even in his 40th year of college coaching. So pretty impressive.
I know he was in there working, but the thing I noticed was that giant bowl of candy he has over there by the window. I'm thinking, is that just a teaser, or do you have to make a good play and he throws you? It looked like Reese's, I think, but I'm not sure.
He keeps it pretty well stocked. He loves the players coming in talking. It's very, very rare that you walk by his office that one of the players or our coaches are in there talking to him. He loves the interaction with players. That's what keeps him young and energetic and excited to get up in the morning and get there sometimes before 5 a.m. For preparation. So he loves it, and again, so happy for him. The last 2 years have been really, really special, and we think this team we have now is a great one, and a group that's experienced. We get a couple of spots, experience quick, mainly the quarterback position. Matt had a great game last week. If we can really shore those things up, we like our chances in competing at a high level again.
Absolutely. And who's the road game against coming up?
The other St. Francis, Illinois.
Oh, so Illinois.
Joliet, Illinois. We're heading over there. Be a late afternoon game next week, so I think it's 4 p.m. Eastern time, 3 o'clock Central time next week. So we're looking forward to that.
Got a little bit of a time change when you head that way, so it gives you
across the border there. So we're looking forward to it. We're excited to play. Talked to Matt Crable, our quarterback. He's, man, we got some momentum. I wish we were playing this week. I said, well, enjoy it. Let's get through classes and get a couple extra practices in, and we'll get a game plan. They actually play Sacramento State out in California tomorrow.
Wow.
In a guarantee game, so that may get a little ugly, but we're going to get a pretty good film at least hopefully Sunday morning to break down and prepare, and we're looking forward to another challenge.
I know early in the week, your first week, I was in the facility, and the kids came walking through on Thursday night, and they said, hey, Reinhardt got beat already.
Yeah,
one of the teams that you usually figure to see at some point.
Right, we've played them the last 3 years. We've ended their season the last 3 years. Last year, the national championship. Yeah, it was kind of surprising. A team that was, I think, a 3-win team last year, Bethel, Tennessee, beat them first game of the season.
Yeah.
So, yeah, kind of shocking. And it's one of those things, again, teams that have had success, when you have that huge target on your back, again, a program like Snider knows what that's all about.
Yeah.
And, we've had that same situation. Again, Reinhardt, the national runner-up last year, great football team, probably didn't go in maybe as focused as they need to be and end up getting knocked off there. So, yeah, when you have success, sometimes it's harder to stay on top than it is rising to the top.
You're right.
And again, that's a testament. We've been fortunate to win the back-to-back, and again, have another good team coming back. But it's a challenge certainly each and every week with everybody knowing that they're going to give you their best game and a great shot. And you're always highlighted on the schedule to play, defending national champion or a conference champion or whatever it may be. It's tough to sustain that. It really is.
It is, and I know Jack Gibbons was very happy to hear that score. He was the one that informed everybody that they had gotten beat. So we are still here at halftime. We had a little extended halftime tonight. We got about 3:40 left here before the teams come back out on the field. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll recap the first half here at Spooler Stadium. You're watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I always had my family behind me. I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Teams start to come out of their locker room here at halftime. We've got about 2 minutes left on this clock before they'll actually add 3 more minutes back onto the clock so the teams can get stretched out, loosened up, and ready to go. Well, not much scoring in the first half. It was Snider 10-0. They scored at the 5:59 mark when John Barnes ran a little option play, a little read option there. He kept the ball and went 43 yards for the touchdown run. The extra point was good. The Snider Panthers on the board 7-0. That capped a 75-yard drive, which was one of those Snider drives that you'd like to see where they just chew up time and run the clock. And then at the 2:50 mark, it was a 23-yard field goal by Trent Ryder. That capped a 62-yard drive for the Snider Panthers, and that was our score at halftime. 10-0 as the Panthers come out onto the field and Concordia already out. So, Pat, thoughts on the first half?
There's 2 things that really struck me. One, I think Snider's physicality, the point of attack in the running game. Get behind the big offensive line, great tight ends, downhill running game. That's the staple and what Snider football was built on, and great success for many years. Getting back to those principles is very, very important. You saw that a lot in the first half. And from the other side of it, Concordia, passing offense, their spread offense. I thought Snider did an outstanding job of mixing up coverage looks, really giving a lot of different things for Jake Bird to look at. I thought they did an outstanding job making Jake allow Jake to deliver the ball on time, and really having to extend plays and working the scramble drill and things like that. So I thought he really disrupt timing. Again, good solid zone defense. And then the pass rush as well of Snider. You can really see it tonight where you didn't really see it last week in that game against Carroll. You see the pass rush and really wreaking havoc there and disrupting just the whole flow and timing of the Concordia offense.
Yeah, and I think a lot has to do with the Belzar being back in there on the defensive line, but I think Ethan Hoover on the backside getting them lined up right. Last week we saw so many times where the Panthers were still running to get in a spot as the ball was being snapped. That has not happened tonight. They are lined up in the right spots. On the offensive line, they've decided not to put Randy Holtz and Will Schwartz and Dellinger all on the same side all the time. I think that they were kind of telegraphing where they were going to run every time they did that. So now they're keeping Schwartz and big Randy Holtz separated. And Randy Holtz, I have to tell you, for an offensive lineman, that dude can bend. I saw him out of camp, Pat. He's getting lower to the ground than a lot of the running backs and wide receivers. And I know at that camp, those big-time colleges were thoroughly impressed with that big fella.
Yep, absolutely. And again, it's very, very impressed with Snyder's approach. Again, not a lot of scoring, but you can see that they're moving the ball well. And again, I think Concordia, if you take anything away, at half, does that stop? Snyder is grinding out a 60-plus yard drive and holding them to only 3. Playing timely defense. Defending the bootleg play that Snyder's so well known for, and putting them in situations that have to try to convert and score on 3rd and longs and things like that from the red zone. Is really, really strong defense there for Concordia, something they can build on. But again, Concordia just seems to me like they're just a little bit, use the proper word here, maybe just not quite energy that they had last week. And you just kind of see it's tough to lose a game the way they did last week. It's really, really tough to get your guys back and with energy and just a little bit of that gusto that you want to see. And again, I think at halftime there's a chance to regroup and maybe get some of that out of the players. And if you're Snyder, I think more is saying get behind that physical offensive line, run the ball downhill, set up those timely play action passes and play really good sound pass defense like they have the entire night.
Yeah, the thing a little bit different this year I've noticed with Snyder is last year they'd stop you and then score, and then you'd punt and they'd score, and you'd be down 14 just like that. They don't have that instant offense they had last year, or they just haven't found it yet. And maybe they're still trying to figure out who their identity is. But I think in the first half they figured out let's put a big emphasis on the run, and we'll figure out the rest. Well, we're still here at halftime, 10-0 Snider over Concordia. We'll take our final timeout. When we come back, we'll have the kickoff of the second half. You're watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team. We're treating injuries when and where they happen and working to prevent them before they do. We believe the best care is coordinated care, helping ensure you get the individualized services you need every step of the way, offering innovative treatment techniques to get you or the athlete you love back in play. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting me up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
We're back here at Spooler Stadium coming out of halftime. The Panthers lead 10-0. Quick score update at halftime. It's Carroll now leading 30-8 over Northside. So put some points up right before half are the Carroll Chargers. And Gavin Vogt, one of the area's better quarterbacks, having a good night once again for the Carroll Chargers. And the Snider Panthers will get the ball to start here the second half. They'll send back to return the kickoff will be Michael Lito Jr. and Elijah Maxwell will be the deep guys. The next guys up from there will be Cameron Trotter and Alonzo Derricks, who did most of the kickoff and punt return last year. Just about ready to go here for the start of our second half at Spooler Stadium. And now Concordia out on the field. 91 to do the kickoff here for the Concordia Cadets. Holy cow. Kosinski. Yeah, he plays basketball. That's why I know. I did some games, and that young man plays on the basketball team. Don't forget, here on Summit City Sports this week, we'll have plenty of volleyball for you, as we'll have Bishop Dwenger traveling out to Carroll to play on Tuesday night in a big matchup between the two of the area's best teams, as Bishop Dwenger and Carroll will do battle out there starting at 7 o'clock. Here's Kosinski to kick off. It's going to be a short one. It's going to come down to Sims. He drops it, he picks it up and falls down wisely. And Snider will have good starting position at about their own 33. Actually, it looks like it was number 22, Scott, Bam Scott, defensive end. And that's why you play defense.
Designed short kick, that directional kick, to maybe have a defensive lineman try to handle the football. If you can get a cheap turnover there if you're Concordia. Pretty good plan there. And again, Scott did a good job of recovering there after the initial drop.
So John Barnes will start out at quarterback. He'll have Anias Lockett in there once again. They'll have Alonzo Derricks at one of the wide receivers position. Michael Lito Jr. here on the near side. Double tight ends now to the right side. Mantell and Dellinger. Concordia will get a lot of people up there close to the line of scrimmage this time. Mantell across the formation. Snap. The give to Anias Lockett through the left side. Bounces off a tackler and then starts pushing the pile. See who he was right there with. I think that was Derricks with some good blocking along with Will Schwartz.
Yeah, just what we talked about, Ryan, at halftime, getting to that downhill running game, get behind the big offensive line and tight ends. Again, just an ideal first down call there and such a play there for the Snider Panthers.
So two receivers now to the near side. Here's the snap, the give. Up the middle comes Anias Lockett. See if he has enough for the first down. I thought he was going to jump through there for a few more yards, but a nice tackle there by number 52. That's Will Kmeyer. Really, honestly, if he doesn't make that tackle, that's probably a pretty good big run for Anias Lockett.
Good play there by the defense there. Again, just getting numbers at the point of attack for Snider, pulling the backside. I think it was a tackle and tight end leading through there.
Here's a look. Barnes will throw to the outside. High throw caught there by Derricks. Gets out of the tackle of number 3, Gradcock. And Derricks will pick up about 7 yards.
Well, Derricks is an exciting little player. Guy you get the ball out in space to, really makes people miss. He's really a threat out there on the perimeter.
He had to bide his time here. Had to wait for his opportunity, and now he's getting it with the Snider Panthers. Here's the snap. Look to the outside, throws it to Michael Lito Jr. Good block by Derricks. And then just a bunch of Snider players over there. And he'll have enough for a first down as they'll get into Concordia territory at about the 39-yard line.
Perimeter receiver screen, really great play design there to get your quarterback in a really nice, easy throw, positive yards, get Lito involved, who's a great player. I don't think he's touched the ball tonight, if I recall, in the first half. Good way to get him involved. Good play there to make a really great play to make a first down here for Snider, now inside the 40-yard line.
Double tight ends to the right. Mantell now will come back to the left. Here's the snap and the give to Lockett to the left side. Big hole there. Steps through one guy, off to the races. Got 2 guys to beat, and he'll get down close to the 25.
Outstanding perimeter blocking there by the Panthers and the receivers there. Again, I'm a receiver coach. I always take great notice of those perimeter blocks. Really great job those guys sustaining those blocks, which is really difficult to do on a long run like that. Outstanding job by those 2 receivers.
Down to the 26 now. 2 receivers to the near side. Here's the snap. He'll fake. He'll roll. He'll look. Now he'll take off and run. Got 1 guy to beat. Steps around him and had some wheels. Did John Barnes down at about the 5. A nice little fake there on the linebacker, and he's down to the 5-yard line. I think he was looking for Simon Dellinger, but he was well covered.
Yeah, well covered underneath. They have a post route breaking open there with Maxwell in behind. And again, Barnes just sees an open lane there. He's going to take it. Smart play there by the quarterback, not force something.
Lockett with the ball. He'll right up the middle, jumps through the hole, and in from 5 yards out.
Really great lead block there with a pulling guard there. Schwartz leading the way there for Snider. Really downhill physical run there. Great physical play there by the Panthers.
So the Panthers on the board again. They lead now 16-0. Be Dellinger to snap, Swanson to hold, and Ryder to kick. There's a low snap, and they'll run it. Swanson the lefty, he'll run to his left, look, and he's going to take a beating. So the point after, no good. The Snider Panthers lead 16-0 on a bad snap. We'll take a timeout. You're watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me, I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Back here live at Spooler Stadium, it's Snider leading 16-0 here early in our third quarter. Snoffer to kick off. There's his boot, and offsides on the Snider Panthers. This is a big one, actually, Pat, as far as the Summit Athletic Conference is concerned, because the loser of this one's basically out of it because of Dwenger and Homestead already 2-0, and Homestead already holding a win over Concordia. You know, and so Snider, this is a big game for them. If they want to stay on the hunt, keep that bell, and they need this. Both of these teams need this game tonight.
Sure. It's interesting to see. You know, really, Dwenger really gets to the meat of their schedule starting next week. Getting some teams that are more at the top of the SAC. Here in week 4 coming up, so it's gonna be really interesting to see how things play out. And same with Homestead.
Yeah, next week they'll battle each other. Homestead and Dwenger will play each other, and Snider will travel to South Side. So Snoffer to it's an onside kick. I've been doing Snider games for a long time. It's like the second one I've ever seen.
It's pretty good. I think the young man's pretty good at doing it. That's why you maybe take a shot at it. So
I'm not sure that everybody out there knew that was actually on. So that ball will take a big hop and come down right at about the 46-yard line. So Concordia with good starting position here in the second half.
Yeah, if you're Concordia, you got great field position. You got to make something happen here on this drive. Maybe a little too late.
Well, and you're a 2-possession game now. It's just 16-0. So they got to get some flow going. They've not really had anything. The Snider defense of front 4 have done a nice job getting to the quarterback. There's a snap, 3-step drop. Here comes the rush again. He'll be flushed out to his right. He'll try to outrun one guy. He'll throw it on the run, and nobody there, as Jalen Wiggins was on the pursuit of Jake Bird once again.
Again, kind of story of the night there for Snider, playing great zone defense, the pass rush, disrupting timing in the backfield. Just been the story of the night, really defending the pass if you're Snider. So outstanding job again.
So it'll set up a 2nd down and 10 from the 46, 9:27 to play here in our third quarter on a beautiful, beautiful night here in August. 3 receivers here to the near side. Kamari Anderson-Drew up top all alone. Guarded by, good run by Amir Drew. And he'll bust into Snider territory down around the 40-yard line.
We touched on it briefly the first half there, Ryan, that formation does give Concordia at least a matchup in the box they can run to. That trips formation on one side, Kamari Anderson-Drew on the other, really unloads that box for the Panthers, and you get those numbers at least match 5-on-5 there in the running game. Pretty good executed run play there for Concordia.
Cam Miller playing middle linebacker right now for the Snider Panthers. He's going to have to step up and fill that A-gap at some point. Here's the snap, straight drop. Comes the rush again. He's flushed out, throws on the run, And going to be over the head of Parnan and out of bounds. And I think Jake Bird can hear the steps coming.
Yeah, and again, there's not a whole lot there. I'm watching all the routes trying to develop here, and you see the linebackers really getting under those routes. You see great coverage on the outside. Again, those two safeties doing an outstanding job keeping things in front. And number 4 is always looking to ball hawk at some point. He's always looking to jump on those routes, and I'm sure Jake Bird is definitely aware of that.
Jake Bird's very familiar with the defensive backs from Snider, Luke Owens and Hoover. They play together in 7-on-7, so these guys all know each other's tendencies quite well. Trips on the near side. Anderson up top. Amir Drew in the backfield. They'll give it to Amir Drew. He'll run it right up the middle. A couple Snider Panthers there, but he'll drag him forward for about a 5 or 6 yard gain.
In same formation, you have those run game advantages inside the box with that formation. Something Concordia possibly could just run the ball right at Snider with that looking formation.
3rd and 4 now. You can go either 2 ways here if you're Concordia. You can go a little play action and try a pass, or you can just keep doing what's been working and give the ball to Drew.
At least you're getting hat on a hat if you're Concordia. It's 5-on-5 inside the box. Let Amir Drew get downhill. Makes a lot of sense right now.
Here's a snap. They'll give it to Drew again. No, Bird will keep it. Go to the right side. Drew got smoked on the play. And Jake Bird with a good read there as he picks up a big first down for the Cadets.
Really great play call there by Concordia again. So much that downhill running game. Now you incorporate the zone read with it, where you leave that unblocked defense on the backside who's definitely going to squeeze and play the run. Fake there. Jake Bird pulls it out and attacks the edge for great yardage there.
Good play there by the Cadets. They're in business now. Inside about the 29-yard line of Snider. Amir Drew on that play.
Took one for the team there, didn't he?
He sure did take one for the team. So they'll stay in the same formation. Will the Cadets. Here's a snap. Bird will look. There's another good block. Throw to the outside and picked off again by the Snider Panthers. Number 8, Jay Sean Underwood. And incomplete. So it looked like Underwood had it, but dropped it.
So he was just out of bounds, I think, Ryan. Didn't get this 1 foot down.
And a Concordia player hobbles off one of their offensive linemen. Looks like 52, Will Kmeyer, maybe heading over to the sideline. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
I think Underwood's just an outstanding job, Ryan, all night on Kamari Anderson. Just a phenomenal job.
He matched up against him last year for the entire game. Here's a snap, 3 steps, and here comes that pressure. And he'll just have to throw it away as he was looking for Drew on that screen. And this time the Snider players had it sniffed out. You saw the linebackers come up a lot earlier that time for the Panthers.
You also saw Scott, kind of abort the pass rush, seeing that offensive lineman allowing him up the field. He really sniffed that thing out and traced back and found that ball carrier, which forced Jake Bird to ground the ball and not throw the screen play there. Really well diagnosed there by the Snider defense.
3rd down and 10 now from the Snider 24. Probably 2-down territory once again for the Cadets. Amir Drew in the backfield. Here's a snap. They'll roll right. He'll pitch it to Drew. He'll get the edge and get out of bounds after he picks up about not many yards. It looks like the official's going to say only about 2 yards.
Got to be 4 downs here if you're Concordia here, Ryan.
For sure. 4th down and 7 now. And the pass game just hasn't been there in this game for the Concordia Cadets. They've done a lot better job running the ball tonight.
Again, because of the pass looks, they're doing such a great job. Snider of really unloading the box, playing pass first, taking Kamari Anderson Drew out of the game essentially. That's why those run lanes are open.
And they'll have Michael Brown now over there on that side. They're showing blitz. Here it comes. He'll roll, fire over the middle. Oh, had an open receiver, Grossman. And that will do it for Concordia's drive. And Snider will start at their own 22 as they'll take over on downs.
Another great example of great pass defense. Holy smokes, it's been a blanket out there all night. Really, really great job by Snider.
And Snider hasn't blitzed at all this year. And that time they did blitz. They brought Cam Miller there. And Michael Brown, one of the defensive backs, wanted to stay out on offense, evidently, for the Snider Panthers. He didn't know it was 4th down, and finally Coach Tittman had to tell him to get off the field. So we'll see who comes out at quarterback. It'll be John Barnes once again. And he'll have Lenny Bennett this time behind him. Have two receivers on the outside here. Derricks and Maxwell. And they'll go, I believe, two tight ends on the left side. Here's the snap. The give to Bennett through the left side. Trying to get to the sideline, and he'll pick up about 6 yards.
Good outside hitting play there with Bennett on the edge. He's got some really good speed to get that thing to the edge. Utilizes two big tight ends again. Big offensive line. Do a great job getting those reach blocks on the outside and allowing the back to hit that ball outside.
I know that's one of the Snider staple plays this year. Here comes Mantell across the formation. There's a snap. The give to Bennett. He'll run into the middle. Holds onto the ball and pushes forward, and will have enough for the Snider first down. I know that's one of the reasons why Army highly recruited Simon Dellinger, because of that reach play where he's able to get out there and seal off an edge.
Yeah, he's been doing that a whole lot in the option offense, no question about it. His different releases. Blocking in space is a key thing for his tight ends at the naval or the military academies, both Army and Navy.
Here comes Mantell across the formation. He'll go from right to left. He'll fake it. He'll roll, and I think the tight ends both got caught on the same side of they both ended up in the exact same spot.
Yeah, a little cluster of receivers there, kind of all compacted together there. It looks like Derricks got in behind there, and he's the intended receiver. Yeah, boy, the downhill running game has been so good this Snider here. I would expect to see that here on 2nd and 10.
So I'm not sure which. Well, we got to have a ball to throw or run here, but it's sitting down inside of Concordia territory.
Make things a lot easier.
Yeah, sure does. That's one of those ones you see on Not Top 10. 2nd down and 10 from the Snider 34-yard line. Maxwell up top with Derricks, who will come in motion across formation. And somebody right in the middle for Snider moved. I believe big old Randy Holtz there. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty now on the Panthers. It'll be 2nd down and 15. Ball will be spotted at the 29. 7:12 to play here in our third quarter. Snap. Give to Bennett. Runs up the middle. Sidesteps one guy. And has about an 8 to 10 yard pickup. Well, about 9-yard pickup. And now it'll be a manageable 3rd down for the Panthers. And we got a player on the down. That is Jalen Vanderbosch for the Cadets. With the injury timeout, we'll take a timeout. You're watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team. We're treating injuries when and where they happen and working to prevent them before they do. We believe the best care is coordinated care, helping ensure you get the individualized services you need every step of the way, offering innovative treatment techniques to get you or the athlete you love back in play. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Jalen Vanderbosch, the injured Concordia player, and he's being helped off the field. And that's another one of those guys, defensive backs, that are a tough loss for Concordia. I know a lot of these teams that have to play both ways with their players. It gets difficult when you're going against these schools that got guys that just go one way. Because once they're, he's also one of their better wide receivers. And that's a tough break for some of these smaller schools. We saw Northside a few years ago, had a good team, but injuries just decimated them. It was in the Snider game where about half the team went down. So right now it'll be 3rd and 4 from the Snider 40. Who will step up and make the play here for Concordia? Mantell across formation once again. He'll run right to the left side. Good block. Lenny Bennett to the left. Sneaks through a couple guys and picks up the first down. So Lenny Bennett always falling forward.
Yeah, Bennett's got really good vision too, Ryan. You see him making the necessary cuts to find that little extra space to fall forward in. Does a really good job there of good, seeing that cut back and getting that necessary yards for the first down.
So the Panthers on another one of their classic drives here. Lots of runs on this drive thus far. The snap, and there's a play fake. He'll look, fires deep, got a receiver. Derrick's open, and about 2 yards too far as Barnes was trying to hit Derrick's right down the seam.
That's one of those things, again, with success in the run game, play action, passes, boy, make a heck of a lot of sense. You got a great receiver with speed like Derrick's to get behind that third level there. Again, you can see Concordia have to bring those safeties down to play the run. They get a great opportunity to play action pass.
Second down and 10 now from the Snider 45. 2 tight ends on the right side. Bennett now will go to that right side. He'll run, get some push. Got Schwartz in there. Oh, he breaks away. He slips through everybody, takes off for the end zone. He's got one man to beat. He dives for the pylon. No signal yet. They're going to say it looks like maybe he was down at the 1. A 54.5-yard run, Pat.
What a great run. Again, more of that same vision to get that initial cutback to get north and south, and then just determination to break those tackles, keep those legs turning. And you saw a really good showcase of speed as well there from that young man. Really great run there by Bennett.
Lenny Bennett having a good night. So first and goal now from the 1-yard line. Double tight ends to the right. Snap, the give. Why not go right? And a good tackle there by number 42.
Really good job there by Concordia in the interior there to force that ball to bounce outside into help. Really good job. That's the staple again of the Snider offense. That power play, bring the guard around, leading the way, getting numbers at the point of attack. Good job there by the Concordia interior.
I believe that was Fairfield on the tackle. Second and goal from the 1. Here's the snap to give to Bennett, and he's just going to go right behind Will Schwartz, and it's a touchdown.
Get numbers in the point of attack. It's awfully tough in a short yardage situation to get that many big bodies going north and south, and a little guy behind him kind of find those little creases and areas to get north and south into. Bennett did a great job getting behind those big guys and getting that surge forward.
So the Panthers lead 22-0, and here comes the point after attempt. These have been quite interesting all season for the Panthers, kicking extra points. Good snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. The Panthers lead 23-0 over Concordia. We'll take a timeout. You're watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics. It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana and beyond. Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent.
After Snider's 78-yard drive, they'll kick off here. Snoffer to do the duties. Here's the run up, the boot. It'll come down inside the 10. And they'll bring it up to the right side. And then he's corralled there as number 2. That was Chandler. And he'll bring it out about 15 yards to about the 24-yard line. So we'll see if what Concordia will do here. See if they try to throw some short, quick passes to Kamari Anderson. Maybe put him with the 3 receivers in the middle or something and run that play that Snider's been running where they just throw it to the receiver, that receiver, and let everybody else block for him.
Yeah, maybe moving them around. It looks like they're doing it here actually to the wide side of the field. Angel Drew now, the number 1 receiver, out to the wide side, to the trip side. Now you get more of an off coverage look. You have a little bit of opportunity, a quick game maybe to him here.
Yeah, and that means he's got Hoover and Owens out there with him. They'll give it to him, Amir Drew, through the right side, and he'll pick up about 4 yards on that carry. Amir Drew, a good downhill runner.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, that's that same formation where you have those numbers, advantages inside to get the run game going downhill. Good play there by Drew.
Bird over to get his play. Back into the huddle. 5 minutes to play here in our third quarter. Concordia has yet to crack the scoreboard tonight. 2 receivers to each side now. Here's the snap. He'll look left and throw over the middle. Ooh, man. Ruckless looking right there in his eyes again as they looked like Snider was dropped back into his zone defense once again.
Yep, it's a little matchup zone look there from the corner. He zones off of that flat route. Now that number 2 receiver, he zones off. The safety ends up playing the outside receiver there. Really good job here. And again, just really impressed with Snider's pass defense all night. Really mixed up their looks and playing really sound zone defense.
Last time it was 3rd and 6. Snider decided to go with a blitz. And they'll bring in another guy in there. That'll be Jennings back onto the field for the Panthers. So it'll be 3rd down and 6 now for the Cadets. 2 receivers each side. The snap, they'll give it right up the middle to Amir Drew, and he's going to be close to the first down marker, but a bunch of Panthers in there with the tackle. Jennings, who just checked in with the primary tackle, and he had some help.
Kind of stick with what
Actually, that was Wiggins on the tackle.
Kind of sticking with what works with Concordia. Your best play right now is between the tackles right now, getting downhill with Amir Drew. So
we'll see if Concordia goes ahead and punts here. Snider thinks they will. They brought Derricks out on the field. And now Derricks will come off the field. 4th down and 2 from the 32. And Concordia will continue to spread out, and Snider will take the timeout here with 4:05 to play in our third quarter. Well, Pat, tomorrow, big day of college football all around. We started off last night with Northwestern and Purdue in a good game.
Yeah.
Back and forth, turnovers.
Turnovers killed Purdue. But I tell you what, that was a heck of a second half. And boy, that freshman receiver, what a player he is. Set the all-time school record for all-purpose yards in his very first game. That guy's going to be an exciting player to watch for a long time. So I forget his name off the top of my head.
Yeah, is it Moore?
It sounds right, yeah. Rondell Moore?
Rondell Moore. Yeah, very good. So fast.
Yeah, Louisville Trinity High School. He's a heck of a player.
Yeah, went to Coach Brahms'
high school,
former high school. So good job at them. And then I was switching back and forth between that and the Central Florida game. And I'm telling you, Mackenzie Milton,
heck of a player.
That dude's the real deal.
I think a sleeper for Heisman. Just an outstanding player. If they continue to have success like they've had, well, you got to put him in the conversation. Heck of a player.
They rolled up UConn last night in a big way.
Look for Notre Dame tomorrow, too. Notre Dame, Michigan's going to be a heck of a game.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just one of those games you just don't have any idea.
I have no clue.
No clue. So big 4th down here, 4th and 2. Mir Drew in the backfield. And see if they're trying to draw Snider off. Nope, there's a bad snap. Oh, and a big hit on the quarterback. And I think they're going to call targeting on number 20 for the Snider Panthers. He led with his head big time on Jake Bird. And that's going to be a personal foul, and that's going to be a first down.
Ooh, they're trying to run the speed option play on the edge there.
Oh, they're going to say face mask.
Looks like Jake's going to come off for a play here.
He has to. He lost his helmet.
Yep. Just mishandled the snap there. And again, face masking penalty gives him the first down.
And that was a big one. That was the 15-yard variety one. And that'll take the ball out over the 45 to about the 47. And we'll see who will come in at quarterback. Jake Bird's coming right back in. Maybe he just took his helmet off after the play.
I think also, too, if it's a personal foul, they're allowed to stay in, I believe.
So Bird back out there. And right at midfield is the Cadets, and here's officials timeout, and I think that might be what they're going to talk about.
I can't. Sometimes the high school and college rules don't always match up. I can't remember if that's the case. If it's forced off with a personal foul, maybe I think you get that player back in the game right away. I can't recall.
I think he just took it off at the end of the play because he got drilled on that play. Or might have had it ripped off. That may have been what it was. He had it ripped off.
Right, that was my point.
Yeah.
Forced off.
Trip receivers now once again to the far side. Here's a give to Drew right up the middle. And Wiggins in there on the tackle along with Bellas there.
Really great play there by Wiggins of squeezing that play and really forcing that ball to bounce outside. That's a design inside hitting play on that trap play. Really great job of disrupting the design of the play. A great technique there.
So the Snider defense front four playing very well again. I know from having 3 boys in the Snider program that when you lose, those weeks of practice are generally not all that fun. Our cameraman probably could attest to that.
Absolutely. I think it was miserable for Snider fans of any generation. My wife graduated 20 years ago. She had a bad week too.
Yep. Here's the throw over the middle, high and over his target. I think he was looking for Parnan again. Or was that 17? I believe that might have been Grossman.
Probably not a pleasant week in Snider land, that's for sure.
No, and those kids, when they come home, they wear those losses. They feel them, especially in conference. So it'll be a 3rd down and 9 from the Concordia 48, 2:54 to play here in the 3rd quarter from Spooler Field. See what they decide to go here. They'll bring Kamari Anderson now to the near side. He'll be matched up again with Underwood. Here's a snap. He looks right, throws right, has an open receiver. Oh, I don't know if that ball got in the lights or what, but it hit Tyler Grossman, I think, in the face mask.
Yeah, Grossman's like pointing over at the lights like he just lost it. That's a tough angle. Looking right back into that light at the top of the stadium. Just definitely didn't see it. There's a way again by formation or at least a certain route to work Kamari Anderson Drew here some way, somehow. Again, Underwood's played outstanding. Basically, he's playing, the only player on the field playing man coverage is Underwood.
That's right.
He's locking up Anderson Drew. Safety help on top. Everybody else is playing zone. Did an outstanding job of game planning and really trying to take number 1 out of the game, which is really a great idea.
Low snap, good catch. He'll roll right. Here's the throw. It's a high throw. Thought I saw a flag get thrown there, but nothing. No yellow on the ground, so it'll be a turnover on downs, and the Snider Panthers will start inside Concordia territory at the 48.
Again, really taking the best player for Concordia out of the game by locking him up in man coverage, safety help on top, forcing Jake Bird to go to the 3 receiver side, and they're playing zone everywhere else, and Snider's just done an outstanding job of playing sound zone defense. It's like a broken record because, again, that's what I see. Just very, very sound zone defense. Not many windows on that side. And just a great job there again by Snider's defense.
Taylor back in at quarterback. He'll turn, fakes, looks, throws it deep. Got an open receiver. That's Lito. Underthrows it. If he throws it about another yard, Lito would have a touchdown.
He just went in between the 2 throws on that same play tonight. It would be a touchdown.
Yeah.
Overthrew the first one, underthrew the second one. But again, what a pretty ball there by Bruce Taylor.
And Taylor knew it. He looked right over at the sideline and said, I had that. I know I had that throw, and he just underthrew it. So Snider takes a shot. Here's a snap, the give to Lockett. He'll come to the right side and get some good blocking over there by Mantell, and I believe that's Schwartz once again.
Again, Lockett just doing an outstanding job again, getting downhill. That's what you see with these Snider backs, just getting north and south behind those big bodies up front. More of the same.
3rd and 5 from the Concordia 48. Taylor with Lockett in the backfield. Here comes Mantell once again across formation. He'll snap. Oh, he bobbled, gives it to Nias Lockett. Now he'll turn it to the right and stays on his feet and gets close to that first down marker.
Well, he is right at it, Ryan. What a great second effort there by Lockett. Great physical run to finish that.
It'll be 4th and about a yard. We'll say a yard.
Boy, from my angle here, Ryan, I thought he was right at the stick. Forward progress.
It looks like Snider is going to punt. I'm not sure what they're doing here.
Is this their first punt of the evening, Ryan?
Oh, no, Taylor's going to go under center here.
Yeah,
he was right in with all the offensive linemen, could not see him.
Full house
Trotter now in the backfield.
Formation here, 2 tight ends.
A good push there by one of the running backs on Taylor, and that gave him the first down. I'm trying to see who that was. 22 with a nice push, and that gives Taylor the push for the first down.
Got the defensive end in the backfield.
Yeah.
And the outside backer there, Trotter in the backfield. It's always fun you get those unique formations and personnel packages. Throw some defensive guys out there, give them a little offensive love. It's always fun.
Yep, and that was Bam Scott that was in there at running back.
What a name. A name like Bam, well, you got to put him in the backfield and be a lead blocker, right?
Well, Tavares gets hard to say after a while. So 2 receivers near side. They'll bring Eliza Maxwell across the formation, and pretty much the left side decided to move early. I'll tell you, I mentioned the Central Florida game yesterday. Mackenzie Milton goes up to the line. They call it 1. We're snapping it 1. You know we're going to snap it in 1. They did it all night, and the defense still couldn't stop them.
Is that right?
It was crazy. So it'll be 1st and 15 from the 42 of Concordia. Just 49. Game clock is running. We're down to about 45 seconds to play here in our third quarter. Taylor will get the snap, give it to Lockett. Good push there by the Snider or the Concordia defense. Fairfield in the backfield once again along with number 22.
Yeah, that's the game plan right there from Concordia. Get Hats to the football as quickly as you possibly can. Great example of that here. Just not enough of it tonight in the running game. That's a prime example there. Again, just an effort, getting those maroon helmets to the football quickly.
Lucas on the stop there for the Cadets. 2nd down now and 15 from the 42. Here's the snap. He'll fake, he'll roll. He's got an open tight end. Throws deep over the top of the coverage and caught by, I believe, is that Derricks once again? Or Lito with a catch out there, enough for a first down. He had a couple wide open guys running over there on that side.
Looks like Derricks again. That jersey's kind of pulled this side. I think that's 12 there.
Alonzo Derricks.
Yeah, really great ball there by Deuce Taylor. On the move, to the left, which is difficult at times for quarterbacks, especially young quarterbacks. Throwing to their left, got that right shoulder turned back and delivered a great accurate ball on the run there. Great throw there by Taylor.
Down to the 21. Here's the give to Lockett. He'll go left, try to get through the line, and he'll pick up about 5 yards. And that will do it for the third quarter. At the end of 3, it's the Snider Panthers 23, the Concordia Cadets 0. We'll take a timeout. You're watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me. I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
We're back here for the start of the fourth quarter at Spooler Stadium. Snider has the ball down to the Concordia 17-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6. Trying to get some score updates here. They keep telling us that 34-7, it's Dwenger over South. Lures trails 28-17 to Homestead, and that score is not right. Carroll was up big. So Taylor will stay in at quarterback. He'll have Lito to his left, Derricks to his right. He'll drop back, look, throws deep to the end zone, and no good. They'll say out of bounds was the wide receiver. Derricks, a good pass by Taylor.
Yeah, great touch throw, giving Derricks a chance on the fade ball. Really great catch there again. This young man's got some just unbelievable talent. You can absolutely see it. Unfortunately, just couldn't get a foot down there in the corner of the end zone.
3rd and 6 now from the Panthers. See what play they draw up here. Here's the snap. The give to Lockett. Left side. Through the hole. And he's off to the races, and he'll score the touchdown for the Panthers from 17 yards out.
In that power play, it's called a tray play where they bring the backside guard and tackle around, getting, again, those numbers at the point of attack. Again, just a really great job there in the running game with Snider, playing physical and getting downhill with the running game. Great touchdown run there.
So the Panthers add to their lead. That was a short drive. They started at the Concordia 48-yard line. So it'll be Ryder into kick. Swanson will hold. Dellinger will snap. 29-0 here in our fourth quarter. There's a low snap. Good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. 30-0. The Snider Panthers over the Concordia Cadets here early in the fourth. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with a kickoff. You're watching high school football on Summit City Sports.
There's a running play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business. It's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics. It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana and beyond. Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent.
It'll be Snoffer to kick off here after the touchdown. Here's a long kick headed towards the left side. Picked up by Concordia's. And it looks like it'll come out to about the 25-yard line. Number 2 brings it out.
Joseph Chandler.
Chandler once again will return. We saw Kamari Anderson out there for a while doing that duty, but he hasn't been out there the last couple times.
I think if you're Concordia, run some great, your best plays here. Try to get Anderson going a little bit. Let's get some momentum going here. Get your best player involved in the game plan here. Again, Snider's done a great job of taking him out of it. Here once again, line to the essentially this is the zone side of Snider's defense. A little more passive look. Maybe get a chance to get Anderson involved.
We'll give it to Drew once again, right up the middle. Tough sledding there. He'll pick up about 1.
It's a great adjustment. You can just see anytime Kamari Anderson is lined to the boundary, Ryan, they play man coverage on him.
Absolutely.
Everybody else, it's all zone.
Yeah, every time. I mean, it's just like a broken record every time. It's what they do.
Really great game plan there by the Snider defensive staff.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Don't forget to like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So it'll be a second down and about 7. Here's the snap. He'll roll. It's an option play. He'll give it to Drew. Drew will cut it back into the middle, but right there's Janini Bellows there.
Again, trying to speed option now to the formation strength, to the 3 receiver side. Again, great job there of defense and rallying to the football. A lot of black shirts there at the point of attack.
Bryson Reining on the stop as well. Bryson Reining having himself a pretty good year at that nose tackle position. Reining came into this Snider program as a linebacker. Played that for a couple years. Last year moved in as a running back, and now he's playing on the defensive side as a nose tackle. Cam Trotter, another guy that played offense forever and now plays defense for Snider. 3rd down and 6 from the Concordia 29. 2 receivers each side. The snap, give to Drew right up the middle. And I'm not sure who came in there right away. I believe that was 22.
Bam Scott.
Bam Scott.
Yeah, he's a good one. Tell you what, did a great job there of not allowing that forward surge there by Drew. Really great job there by D-line.
Interesting thing about Scott is Scott had to wait his time as well behind a bunch of good defensive players here at Snider. He grew about 3 or 4 inches in the offseason and put on like 25 pounds of muscle.
He's a good-looking player.
Yeah, he's long, And he has done a nice job on the outside, taking over for, some pretty good players that were there the last couple of years for the Panthers. So once again, now Snider will just have 3 down linemen. They'll bring in some extra defensive backs here. A little confusion. Ethan Hoover gets them lined up. Oh, it's a punt. Almost blocked. It'll go end over end. It'll come down. And, Derek's going to want to pick this up. He'll pick it up. Right there's a Concordia player. Steps through that tackle to the right side. And now he'll bring it back to the left. He's got a lot of room to run over here. Can he outrun Grossman? Grossman, an outfielder on the Concordia team, finally brings him down, but not until he gets it out to about the 33-yard line.
Derek's an exciting player, Ryan. I tell you what, he's a guy in the return game, on offense in space, where he can make people miss. Really electric player.
So Alonzo Derricks returns it. He reminds me a lot of Quentin Daniels, a former player here at Snider, who was just fearless. Never fair catched anything. Your heart would come out a couple times when the ball would be right there, and right there would be a defensive player. Carrington probably can attest to that with Quentin Daniels. He was just never afraid to get killed on a play.
It takes a special guy to go back there with 10 guys running down, and you're looking up at the lights and trying to find the football. It takes a special guy to have the courage to do that.
And Shaquan Scott was another one. That dude was just, and I'm not sure if those two even knew what they were doing half the time, but man, they love to get hit. So it'll be Taylor back into the lineup. And he'll bring across the formation, Maxwell, and once again, I think the center's moving the ball.
I saw a couple of the other penalties, some movement. I didn't see that there. It might have been the center there, Ron. I didn't see any type of movement there.
So it'll be 1st and 15 now. And you see the center standing there just looking over the ball. I think he's picking it up and putting it down.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, that makes sense.
Taylor will get the snap here. A little bit of movement early. He'll give it to number 24 this time, who's in there at running back. That's a new name for us. Lambert. Tayshawn Lambert getting some running time in there. A young guy.
10th grader.
So Lambert will pick up about 7 yards. Some early movement again. Lambert again, right up the middle, explodes through the hole, and probably will have enough for the first down.
Again, great job there again by the backside, the tight end and tackle there pulling around. Just getting, again, those numbers, that's awfully tough to defend if you're a defense. When you get numbers at the point of attack, just 2 big guys leading the way there with that ball carrier right in behind.
It'll be interesting to see here if Snider, when they get over midfield, if they bring in their second string guys. I think Concordia has already done that. Here comes Lambert again. He'll get to the outside, and he's off to the races down the left side, knocked out of bounds. Ooh, a late hit on number 3, but they'll call it. And Lambert with a big run.
Yeah, Credit got away with one there on number 3.
He sure did.
And probably understanding the situation for the officials here. Let's keep the game moving. And again, the blast play there from the shotgun from Snider Panthers backside guard, wrapping around, did a great job getting to the linebacker there to open up that hole.
Here's a snap again. He'll look, throw to the outside, have an open receiver. That's Maxwell, breaks through a tackle down the right side. Gets through and down inside the Parkview Sports Medicine red zone is Elijah Maxwell.
Boy, that's a tough throw, Ryan, for any quarterback, let alone a sophomore quarterback. And that field speed out. He's got to drive that thing. I mean, again, it may be a 10-yard route. That's about a 25 to 30-yard throw on a rope. Absolutely great throw there by Deuce Taylor. It's a tough one.
I teased Deuce Taylor's dad all summer in 7-on-7 that he needs to come over to my house. The younger one here. Deuce, the junior here, he needs to come and eat at my house because he doesn't weigh very much at all. Mantell, and you can't miss that guy when he moves.
The biggest guy in the field moves, I think he's going to draw some attention. Yeah, Antoine Deuce's dad was a heck of a ball player, Southside High School, and for us at St. Francis. A few years ago, we won't talk about how long ago.
Yeah, just a few.
Antoine and I are about the same age, so that was a few moons ago.
7:36 to play. Mantell will come across formation now, and they'll give it once again to Lambert. He's patient, gets to the outside once again, and he'll get down inside the 10-yard line.
Really good physical run there. Lambert really is really showing some great qualities here for a young player. Just physical run, keep those legs moving. Really sees the blocking scheme well. That was a look there. The ball needed to probably bounce outside because Concordia had the inside gaps covered. Just natural vision there of seeing that thing bounce outside and getting those extra yards. Strong run.
So let's keep Taylor in there. Yes, he'll give it now to Lambert. He'll bounce into the middle. He'll get a push and be down inside the 2-yard line. It'll be third and about 1 yard left on this drive, which started at their own 32-yard line. So the Panthers first and goal.
Well, I think if you're Snider, you're excited about this Lambert guy carrying the ball. You can see some great potential.
Bennett and Lambert having big nights. Here's a high snap to give to Lambert. Ooh, almost lost it. And some good D there, but he falls forward into the end zone for a 1-yard touchdown.
Kind of just what I was talking about. You see some great qualities of kind of that no-quit mentality of keeping his legs driving, getting a good push and surge into the line of scrimmage out of that young man. Again, great vision. You can see all those qualities. And again, it looks like has a great frame to build some size in the future for a 10th grader. I think if you're Snider, you're excited about that guy.
So the Panthers on the board once again. They lead 36-0. It'll be Dellinger to Swanson. Ryder will kick. Trent Ryder on once again to kick. Trent Ryder trying to fill some big shoes here in the one Jack James. There's a low snap. Good hold. Kick is up, going right, and it is good. 37-0. The Snider Panthers over the Concordia Cadets with 6:51 to play. We'll take a timeout. You're watching high school football on Summit City Sports.
I did not see this one coming.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team. We're treating injuries when and where they happen and working to prevent them before they do. We believe the best care is coordinated care, helping ensure you get the individualized services you need every step of the way, offering innovative treatment techniques to get you or the athlete you love back in play. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
37-0 our score here with 6:51 remaining in the final quarter at Spooler Stadium. Well, a game a lot of people around the area thought would be very close tonight. In fact, we talked during the break here that a lot of people said this might be an upset, Pat.
Yeah, honestly, watching Concordia play a week ago and really just play so physical and tough and answering back in adversity and just haven't seen that same level of play tonight from Concordia. It's just it's a tough scenario. Again, after an emotional loss like that, to come back a week later and play well against a quality opponent like this is a tough challenge for any person, let alone 15, 16, 17-year-olds.
It looks like Snider going to bring in some of their backups here on this drive. It'll be interesting to see if Concordia decides to stay with Jake Bird or if they don't give another quarterback a chance here, because like I said, this game's well out of hand now. No reason for him to get hurt.
As you say that, Jake Bird in the huddle.
Oh, there he is.
He's in there. So
he's got a new running back in there with him. So here's the snap. They'll give it to that new running back. He'll go up the middle and get close to about a 6-yard pickup. We'll try to get the number for you. He's a little guy. Number, thought it was 55. Now it'll turn around. It's 40-45. Bad eyesight there.
Sam Hudson.
Hudson on the run. Lots of Hudsons went with me to Concordia when I was there. So if there was a penalty on the field, it's like a legal substitution on.
I think Snider had 12 there. It looked like.
So that they'll not take the play, they'll take the penalty. That's exactly what Concordia did on the illegal substitution. So it'll be first down and 5 now from the 40. Does Kamari Anderson-Drew even have a catch in this game?
I don't believe he has.
He's been targeted.
Actually, he did have one on a little shallow cross that
Yeah.
slide from the field.
Here's a snap. Give to Hudson. Into the middle of that line again, and he'll be close to first down yardage. And it looks like they'll give it to him. The clock will continue to run.
Mentioning Kamari Anderson-Drew, it's something probably Concordia's going to look at from this film, and I'm sure other people are going to steal the concept of really bracketing him and bracket coverage on Kamari Anderson-Drew. They're going to have to find creative ways, maybe moving him off the line of scrimmage and motioning him into a stack alignment, run shallow crosses or quick game to get him involved is going to be something moving forward.
Bird will run the option again. He'll keep it himself, and now he'll take off. And he's looking for guys coming to tackle him, and wisely gets down inside Snider territory at about the 41-yard line does Jake Bird. So good option play.
Yeah, great execution there from Concordia. Again, boy, you hate seeing Jake get hit that many times.
And he'll limp over to the sideline again. He's a gamer. Now,
yeah, he is. He's a competitor, no question about it.
I was at the Concordia Leo volleyball game this past week doing that game. He's the ringleader on the sideline for their student section. Like they're never quiet.
Yeah.
It's amazing to the atmosphere in there during a Concordia volleyball game, which Leo swept Concordia on that night. Leo's got some unbelievable volleyball players this year.
You'll find this really hard to believe knowing that, Ryan. Bird wants to be a politician one day.
No way.
Absolutely.
Oof.
That's what he tells me, at least. He's interested in political science and going to politics one day.
Hey, you know what? Spending all the time I spent with Jake this summer, I can see it.
Makes sense,
I can see it.
Great personality.
I can tell you.
Energy.
I'll tell you. One thing, we were playing in Wisconsin, a 7-on-7 tournament this past summer. That young man was up until 3 in the morning studying.
Is that right?
Yeah, and then came out and played all day, and just a lot of credit to that guy. I mean, he's got his priorities straight.
No question. Good student athlete and leadership, and brings energy to the school and the football program. Good young man, Jake Bird.
Bird will take his 5-step drop, looks, pumps. Now he'll go deep, looking for Anderson-Drew. He's open down there, and nobody saw him, and that's a 39-yard touchdown pass. Bird to Anderson-Drew.
Pretty ball. A vertical route there by Kamari Anderson-Drew. Got in behind some young secondary guys there for Snider. And great throw and catch. And good to see Kamari get involved in the game a little bit here and gave him some added confidence going into next week. And I think it's only the second time he has had receptions, the second reception of the game, I believe, Ryan, if my memory serves me correctly.
You are correct. So on the board is Concordia with under 5 minutes to play. Here's a kick, and it's up, and it is good. It's 37-7 Snider. We'll take a timeout. You're watching high school football on Summit City Sports.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me, I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
We are back here at Spooler Stadium on the campus of Northrop High School. As the Concordia will kick off, I keep hearing the score over here of that Homestead game, and it's totally opposite of what we see on line. I'm not sure if we've got our lines crossed here or what, but they keep saying Homestead's getting beat by Lures, but online it's saying Lures is getting beat by Homestead.
35-17 I have on the Parkview Sports Network.
So here's a run-up. The boot comes down on the right side. Oh, look out. Here's a big return. Off to the races goes Alonzo Derricks in a shoestring tackle. He caught that at about his own 5 and took off down the right side.
The kicker, Kaczynski, trips Derricks up there. Boy, he's a fun guy to watch play. He's explosive talent. can make those subtle movements, those cuts, almost effortlessly. You just see how smooth he is and the way he moves. Well, he's an exciting player to watch.
And he's going to come off the field. Derek says he's going to come over here and get a break. As out on the field comes the Panthers. New offense out there. They'll leave the tight ends in. The new quarterback, I believe, is Darren Swanson, and now Mantell will replace Simon Dellinger, and he'll come off the field, and that'll be the end of seeing the starters for the Panthers. Swanson back there. He'll give the ball to number 23, who will try to get to the right side. There's a flag thrown right about there in the area of holding.
It's like Chance Collier on the carry there.
So Collier from Swanson. The Panthers have seen enough of their starting group to know that they accomplished what they want to do tonight. And that'll be go ahead, Pat.
Sorry, Ryan. What a great response again, just from Snider as a whole. Team win tonight. Just did an outstanding job of responding, rebounding. Again, we talked about, I'm sure it wasn't a pleasant week of preparation for the Snider Panthers, but I tell you what, like you mentioned at the start of the broadcast, focus, you saw it. There was a purpose in warm-ups. You could see there's a purpose from the start of the game. Very, very determined to get back to the Snider way and doing things the right way and playing good sound football, which they did tonight.
I think our there we go. They got the ball in the right spot now, so Snider moves way back. 1st and 21 from the Concordia 44. Swanson, the lefty, in there now at quarterback. He'll turn. He'll give the ball once again to his running back, and right up the middle. Same running back as last time.
Collier's got a little speed, too. They've got a plethora of backs. Some young players getting an opportunity. What an exciting time for them. Well, you go back to those days, don't you, Ryan? Your first time in a high school football game. A lot of fun.
Yeah. Mine didn't come till my senior year. And then I decided to play a little football at Concordia. So it'll be 2nd down now and 15 from the Concordia 37-yard line. Collier will stay in the backfield. Swanson will be one of the top pitchers next year for the Snider Panthers. He'll turn and give it to Collier. Collier will go into the middle once again, sneak through there and pick up about 3 yards. Snider just content with running the clock. Down to 3:30 to play here as the Concordia faithful starting to head for the gates. Third and 13. I don't think Snider will go to the air here. Mantell will stay out there. Play clock down to about 10 seconds. Good management of the clock here by Swanson. He'll give it to Collier. Nope, loses it, and he'll just have to dive on that. He'll pick it up. And it looks like the snap was just bobbled from the beginning.
Yeah, it looked like it just a mishandle there.
And it looks like the punt team will come out onto the field.
Is this the first punt tonight?
First punt of the night by the Snider Panthers.
Well, it's one of those things, of course, you want to keep that streak going of not punting in a game, but it's good to practice too, especially in a situation where obviously you have the game in hand. Just to get a live rep of your punt team is always important.
I believe Snoffer will do the duties of kicking, the left-footed kicker. A lot of times he'll do the running kick. He'll run to his left and wait for coverage to get down there and then boot it. Simon Dellinger will snap it for the Panthers. Good snap, and here's a kick. End over end. It'll come down at around the 20 and kick down inside the 15. We'll mark it at the 14 for the Concordia Cadets. And we'll see a lot of new players into the lineup once again for the Snider Panthers. And it looks like we'll see if Jake Bird once again comes out at quarterback for Concordia. Looks like we may have a new quarterback.
Yeah, a lot of clean white jerseys there for Concordia. Looks like a little bit of a young player substitution here.
23 now at quarterback. Well, maybe not. Yeah, 23 at quarterback for Concordia.
Jackson Valentine.
Valentine in at quarterback once again for his first time tonight. 2 minutes to play here in our game. Here's the snap to give to the running back up the middle. Got some room to roam there, and he'll pick up about 5 yards.
What's the deal with the quarterbacks both in 20s? Don't see that very often.
Yeah,
maybe one. You don't see two.
Yeah. Reining now will check out of the lineup. He's had a good night once again. Reining, one of those guys just finding his way. Finally, our scoreboard has decided to, there we go. Now it loads back up. Just had the game clock running. Valentine will stay in the pistol formation. And there's a snap. He'll drop it, pick it up, run to his left. And Snider will force him out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 1:13 to play. At the end of the game, we'll take about a 1-minute timeout, and then we will come back and finish it up here from Spooler Stadium. I want to thank my partner in crime tonight, Pat Donnelly, for braving the elements.
Yeah, a little humid. We got had the sun initially, a lot going on. But thank you for having me, Ryan. It's always a pleasure, and it's always good to be here and call a Snider football game with you. I know you do all the Snider games, and it's a good rebound game for Snider, no question about it.
1:13 to play here at Spooler. Valentine now, and we've got whistles on the field. Looks like a legal maybe substitution now for Concordia.
Yeah, delay actually.
Delay of game.
Play clock is down to 0.
And
just to make this game even longer here at the end, looks like.
Our mic is stuck on here in the stadium, and that's the loud hissing noise you hear right now. I don't think they can get it turned off. So it'll be Concordia's ball. Once again, 1:13 to play. There's a snap to give to the running back. He'll go left, find some room over there, and he'll get close. He'll have enough for the first down. That'll keep the clock moving. 1 minute to play here in our game from Spooler Stadium. Probably no more than 2 plays left here. I think that's
like Sam Hudson again.
Yeah, Hudson.
Yeah, good physical run there from that young player.
All the Hudsons that went through Concordia when I was there were all wrestlers. And, if you know how to wrestle, you know how to have some leverage. So Valentine and Hudson in the backfield. Trip receivers to the near side. There's another snap to the left of the quarterback, and he'll just have to fall on that, Valentine. And that will do it. I wonder if Concordia will even take another snap here in this game. They don't need to, and we'll see if Coach Tim Manigold will just get his team lined up. Looks like I think they're going to start the lineup. So your final score here at Spooler Stadium, it's Snider 37, Concordia 7. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll recap the scoring and get thoughts here at Spooler Stadium. You're watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team. We're treating injuries when and where they happen and working to prevent them before they do. We believe the best care is coordinated care, helping ensure you get the individualized services you need every step of the way, offering innovative treatment techniques to get you or the athlete you love back in play. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
We're back at Spooler Stadium on the campus of Northrop High School for the final time here as a game that many people thought tonight would be a close game between Snider and Concordia turned into a blowout in the second half as Snider rolls to a 37-7 win over the Fort Wayne Concordia Cadets. So the Panthers will have their record go to 2-1 and Concordia will fall to 1-2. Your scoring in the game started at the 5:59 mark when John Barnes ran it in from 43 yards out. That capped a 75-yard drive. The extra point was good. Snider led 7-0. And then in the second quarter, it was a 23-yard field goal by Trent Ryder at the 2:50 mark, gave the Snider Panthers a 10-0 lead. And then at the 9:36 mark, it was Anias Lockett on a 5-yard run. That capped a 68-yard drive They missed the extra point, and Snider would go to halftime with a 16-0 lead over the Cadets. Then in the third quarter it would be Lenny Bennett from 1 yard out, but he did all the work in that drive. He ran one 54 yards down to the 1 yard line, and he caps off that drive, that 78-yard drive, with a 1 yard plunge. And the extra point good, and Snider in complete control, 23-0 over Concordia. And then it was Anias Lockett with the second touchdown of the night at the 11:46 mark. That was a 17-yard run. That capped it a 48-yard drive. The extra point was good. Snider leading 30-0 at this point. And then a youngster gets into the game for the Snider Panthers, and his last name is Lambert. Remember that name. That could be a name to watch the next couple years for the Snider Panthers. He runs one in from 1 yard out. That capped a 68-yard drive, and that was at the 6:51 mark. The extra point good. Snider leading 37-0. Concordia finally on the board in the fourth quarter at the 4:57 mark when Jake Bird found his favorite target, Kamari Anderson-Drew, from 49 yards out, and that would put Concordia on the board, the extra point good, and that was our final 37-7 as Kamari Anderson-Drew with just 2 catches tonight for the Cadets. Thoughts, Pat, on the game?
Well, again, I thought you could just see from the start that Snider had an extra focus and extra purpose tonight after that loss last week, and Concordia just didn't have it tonight. I mean, you can just tell. I mean, I think Concordia is a really outstanding football team from what I saw last week, and just didn't have it tonight. It's just a level of or lack of energy today. Just something just didn't look right with the Cadets today. Just couldn't get things going. And again, you got to give tons and tons of credit to Snider. I thought defensively did an outstanding job of taking the best player away for Concordia. Kamari Anderson-Drew really didn't have much happening until the very end of the game when he's going against the backups and things like that. So they did a great job, I think, playing pass defense and allowing their speed to play the run game, but take away Anderson-Drew first and foremost. Giving Jake Bird a lot of different things to look at and different looks from the passing game standpoint to disrupt him and his timing. And then, back to the basics for Snider, getting the downhill running game going. I thought they did an outstanding job, getting those big people involved up front. I thought the tight ends were outstanding, Dellinger and
Mantell.
Mantell, I think, again, Dellinger gets a lot of attention like he should, but Mantell I thought was outstanding tonight too. Really being a part of that running game and being the lead blocker so many times in this pull scheme that they run. Thought that was, again, different look Snider offensively and how they're getting to what they do, but their principles are really all the same, getting downhill and getting the run game established. Thought they did an outstanding job of that tonight. Again, good team win for Snider tonight. Yeah,
when they desperately need it if they want to keep that bell next year here at Snider High School. Well, that will do it here. Next week we'll be right back here on Summit City Sports. We'll have Carroll at Northrop. Dwenger will be the big game of the week next week. It'll be Dwenger traveling to Homestead. It'll be Bishop Luers going to Concordia. Snider will go over to the south side of town and play south side, and Wayne will go to Chambers Field and play north side. A north side team that will get better as the year progresses. Trust me, a lot of good numbers there for Coach Brevard this year, and looking for big things from them in the second half of the season. Want to thank our sponsors tonight, Parkview Sports Medicine, Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan, Big Eyed Fish, and the University of St. Francis. So that will do it here from Spooler Field. And I forgot to announce who I think our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game is. I think I'm going to give it to Lenny Bennett. I think that run really broke Concordia's back. What do you think, Pat?
Yeah, I think Bennett did very, very well. I thought the whole running game in general. I think all the backs that carried tonight, but there's nothing wrong with giving it to Bennett. I thought he was outstanding. Yeah, the long run, I think you're absolutely right. Put the nail in the coffin for the victory there. But, again, great team win. But, Bennett was outstanding in his own right.
Like to see the stats here later tonight when we get them here. But that'll do it here at Spooler Stadium. It is the Snider Panthers over Concordia 37-7. For my broadcasting partner, Pat Donnelly, I'm Ryan Dellinger, and you've been watching high school football on Summit City Sports.
When you experience a sports injury, muscle, or joint pain, you want treatment right away. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without referral or appointment, offering diagnostics, x-rays, the region's only body composition DEXA scan right inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in Monday through Thursday, 7 to 7, Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. For more information, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com/orthoexpress.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
This is the first time I've been able to do this kind of more complete understanding or view of your body. One of the things that's really important about this is that it's kind of legitimizing us as athletes.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Concussions. They're a concern for parents of athletes in any sport. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine is leading the way with the area's first concussion clinic. Our integrated sports medicine team utilizes an innovative, evidence-based approach to manage athletic-related head injuries in those 14 and older, providing comprehensive care to get the athlete you love safely back in play. To schedule an appointment, call Parkview Sports Medicine at 266-4007. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ant in action. Get mad about blue.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Parkview Sports Medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics. It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana and beyond. Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.